This is 914 Benson. So it's 914 Benson. Go over there, show him some love if you like beats. Everybody, back with another video. I don't want it to play too long, but back with another video. Shout out to Linda Lau. Shout out to Linda. Okay, taking off right now. So shout out to Linda. What's good, Goblin? Just gonna do a round part 2. Yeah, this is a pretty good channel, man. Likes little mellow beats and stuff. I've been subscribed for a while, but you know, I'll be rocking out with purple beats. You know what I'm saying? But he's down right now. The computer's down. He'll be back up and running in no time. For some reason, the hard drive crashed the damn computer, so we'll figure it out. Oh shit! Man, on the wrong side of the fucking road. What's good, Zach?
What's up, man?
Nothing, just rolling around.
I see that. What are gas prices in New York right now?
Stop looking. Last time I looked, I saw 369, so it's somewhere around there.
That's a lot better. It's back up over $5 out here in the West.
Holy. It's back up? It's coming up?
It went back up over $5 in the last week. It's $5.10 at the station by my house.
Oh, wow. Here's a gas station right here. Let's see. I stopped looking to avoid pain at the pump. Let me see. Yeah, it is 369. Ain't that? It's still 369. Wow.
Better price.
Yeah. That's the one thing about the East Coast is the gas is cheaper, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just doing a part 2 from earlier. About
Are the psychopaths evil?
Are the psychopaths evil? Is the government evil, or are we just are we evil? You know, are we just is it because we don't know who we truly are, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a big part of it.
What's your thoughts on that?
Are the psychopaths evil?
Well, no, I mean, yeah, we know they're evil, but I mean, are they just, think about it. I mean, sometimes I have these thoughts like, I mean, are the psychopaths thinning the herd out? You know, I mean, sometimes we got to think like a psychopath and be like, you know what? If we were in control, it'd be a lot of motherfuckers that had to go. You know, a lot of wasted flesh, a lot of wasted bones, and sucking up resources. I mean, you know, it's because the majority of people don't know themselves, eat shit all day. They abuse their body. They abuse their mind with mindless ass fucking TV. So these are the results. And now we got a fucked up society, you know, where we all got to live in. You know, earlier I was touching on justice, the reason why they have justice. And when you actually break the word down, fuck, they're telling us because we don't know who we are and we don't stand up and we're not just and we're not upright, you know, and we're
Right.
not I mean, I forgot the hold on. So it was called moral turpitude, and you know I was going into that and you know deep into that and on how because basically it's you know what we come to, and these people, I mean, they gotta administer justice until we figure out who we are, and then that whole thing we start to pull the chains off then, you know. So that's what I was talking about earlier. If you know, it was a long stream, but I went real deep into that.
Yeah, I saw your thumbnail with that definition.
Yeah. So, you know, I mean, they flat out tell us. I think it's what the hold on, the Federalist Papers about how basically it's justice is the end of government. It is the end of civil society. It ever been and ever will be pursued until it be attained or until liberty be lost in the pursuit. So basically what it's saying is, you know, when you break down the word justice, I mean, it's the exercise of authority and vindication. So it's out of revenge. You know, it's a spiritual thing. It's out of revenge of we don't know who we truly are. Therefore, they have to administer it because the moral soundness and conformity to the truth, the legal rights, justice, jurisdiction, righteousness, equity, upright, and just under that word. You know, when you start to look at all the legal system with that word, I mean, that's exactly what we're doing because we're like, you know, wild ass animal that we can't handle any of our affairs. So they need us through civil societies, which they created other forms of government like family court, traffic court, civil penalties and shit like that. It's because we're uncivil. We can't be civilized, you know, where we don't have any morals, any principles with each other, you know. It's fucked up, man. You know, when you actually start to sit and look at it, you know.
Right. Yeah. Again, the slave school system, man, it didn't teach us how to cooperate or work together. It really just taught us how to compete and try to be on top of the. And
yep, I talked about that earlier about what the school system does to us. You know, I mean, did to us. You know, it left us into a group think on the betterment of everyone outside of us instead of ourselves. And I was explaining how that's why I never fit in school. I was always in the ISS room, in detention, in the corner, desk near the teachers, facing the fucking wall. And it's like, you know what? Maybe that helped me for having time to myself to actually think and imagine. And, you know, even though I wasn't awake, but I was imagining shit. I was like, you know, what am I going to do when I get out of school? Am I going to go play? Am I going to go do this or whatever the fuck I was doing? You know, it was like, I look back and it was like, damn, my whole life I wasn't really connected to school like that. You know, I played basketball, but 1 year of baseball, but that was about it. I didn't even like that shit. It was all politics and, you know, it was just a bunch of bullshit. So, you know, I ended up quitting that shit. So it was like, yeah, we weren't taught to, you know, think, you know. We weren't taught to think. We weren't taught about actual real nutrition, real medicine, how to take care of our bodies. We weren't taught about the law. We weren't taught about shit.
We weren't. We were made into the things they intended for us, right. Easily controlled and manipulated.
Right.
That's why when you ask, are the psychopaths evil? I mean,
oh yeah, I mean, they are evil.
But yeah, they're super manipulative. It's just all about control, and
right,
they keep us nice and dumb and easily controlled. So
right, so yeah, so that's what I was bagging on. I was gonna do a part 2, and I was gonna go into these psychopaths. I mean, they are evil, but I mean, they're like, me and Will were talking about it earlier. They were just like doing shit to see what we would actually do if we would fall for it. They said wear 1 diaper, people did it. They said wear 2 diapers, people did it. They said wear 3 diapers, people did it. Gavin Newsom said, fucking, you're gonna eat between bites. People started doing it. And you know what I mean? Like, they were just running all kind of tests to see what they can get away with, how dumb people are. And look how many people did this shit,
Yeah, so, it's like everything they do is a litmus test.
Right. And all it is if people say no and stand up to the shit, just like it says, I mean, they even know, they disappear. Because there's no need to govern people that know how to govern themselves. If people know how to govern themselves, there's no need for government. But then, they want people to be dependent on government. But most people that wake up and come into understanding what they truly are, you don't want to play. Well, I don't. I don't want to play in their games. I don't like, having my hand held by the government asking for everything. When reality is, when we look at the laws, we understand what's going on. We're actually supposed to be requiring them to do shit for us, And there's a saying that, a real man that stands on his own records everything, and the slaves, what do? They register. And when you think about everything you got to register in the Matrix, you're like, fuck, that's how they get us. You got to register for school. You got to register to the DMV. You got to register your child at birth, And reality is you record births. They do it. What they do is they record the live birth, but give you a birth certificate and you registered the damn thing. Same thing with a car. They steal the title, the manufacturer origin, and they give you a title and they destroy the manufacturer of origin. Which that was the real title with the VIN number on and everything. That's proof you have it. You're the owner. These people are sick. So, out of our ignorance, we bind ourselves into the slave system. And once you learn this shit, you start to unwind it. They start to respect you more, because they know that you figured it out. People think, oh, they're going to fucking kill you. They're going to do this. No, they actually respect you because now you can stand as a fucking man. And I'm going through that in family court here in Rochester. And I'm doing it, for my son in traffic court, doing this process. When you do that, you get results. I'm not in family court anymore. They call it family court, stuff like that, but it's under a real elected judge, not in the same building as family court. And they got to do, their only job is to uphold the rights. That's it. We don't play Jerry Springer anymore. That charade is over. They know they can't play that. And, that's a progression of growing to where you make them work for you now. I can't see my kids, so I'm going to make you make it so I can see my children. And that's how we're supposed to be. Same things with driving, same thing with the license. I know people don't believe it, but I haven't had a license since I was 18. I got in all the trouble up to, I turned like 34, and then I started learning a thing or two, and I still don't got a license. I'm not going to ever get a license, because you don't need it. And magically, shit starts to disappear, I mean, it's not a road for everybody. It's things you got to learn, but one thing you got to learn is understanding it. Justice system. There's 3 things. There's jurisdiction. All right. There's jurisdiction. There's legal rights, and then there's justice. And you have legal rights. So yeah, sorry to go off on a tangent there, but
Well, no, it's all well put and well said, and again, they don't tell us the things that we really need to know in this world about our rights, like you said, nutrition, anything, because they want us easily controlled and manipulated on all fronts.
Right.
And that's what's so wrong about this world, that from the cradle to the grave, we're essentially being misled by the authorities that we're trained to believe so much in.
Right.
So,
yeah. And now we're in a time where people can know, some do know and wake up, but the others, they just like, it's so comfortable to be in the slavery. They're like, fuck that. That's work. You mean to tell me I got to risk this? And no. They don't want no part of it. You know, it's a masterful scheme, you know, but I mean, this is where we're at. You know, all those people that cry, you know, we need justice and this and that. You know, I tell these people, like, you can't even take care of your own self. Look at you. You're fat. You know, like I go to these. I mean, it is what it is. I used to go to all these fucking protests. I'm like, you're fat and you're white, talking about Black Lives Matter, why they degrade your race. That shit makes no sense. I don't understand that. To me, it's actually, if you look at a slap in the face, and I mean, what are you doing? You know, it's like this society is so twisted, and I mean, it needs to be, someone needs to hit the fucking button, whatever button it is, whether it's a reset button, the nuke button, the fucking apocalypse button. Somebody's got to hit it, because that's honestly the only thing that's going to wake people up, man, in masses. Is when shit happens, people start to realize. You know?
Yeah, I've said the same thing the whole time I've been here. It's just people are too comfortable. So
yeah,
they're too comfortable.
So I think somebody else was trying to be in here. Goblin life. Let's see.
I texted his friend and told him to have him call me.
Yo.
Hey, what's going on?
What's good, Goblin?
Sorry, man. I was in the middle of a conversation with a family member when you let me tap in.
It's all good.
Sorry about that. I was just thinking on some of the stuff that you've been covering pretty much in the last few weeks, really. But I mean, we kind of got to jump back into some older conversations. You remember how you were talking about when a system collapses, you start with tribes and then like community, society, and you build up you know what I mean?
Oh, from the bottom down?
Basically, yeah. So, I guess the way I wanted to present it is, if we were in charge of terraforming the planet, what approach would we make? You know?
Hold on one second. Good
evening. This is the Gates Chi-Line Central School District, calling with a reminder for families.
I'm still getting calls from an old school where my ex got the kids back in the fucking public school system. So, you know, I was just getting a call from the goddamn robocall. But anyways, yeah. run that by me again.
You were talking about when Babylon is falling, right? If we were in charge of terraforming the planet, you know, you start as tribes and then, you know, community, societies, and then jurisdiction and whatnot. So how would we approach that if they did put us in control? Maybe that really is what's happening, because a lot of people, they're voluntarily walking out on the positions they play.
I mean, I don't know exactly the question, but if this place falls, which I probably not into I think they're going to slow transition. I don't know if it's going to fall. I think the fall will come when people wake the fuck up. Then it'll fall. But they made it clear they're trying to roll into whatever they're doing. So I don't know if there'll be a fall. We've been waiting for a fall for a long time, and they just keep on rolling this shit.
Well, if you look at their playbook, their instructions, you know what I'm saying, with the New World Normal, that comes with the order out of KO. You know what I mean? So
right.
That has to come.
Right. Well, their little chaos. I mean, look what they've done with Mr. 19. They didn't even really create any chaos. They created mind chaos, and people went and fell for it and did whatever they had to do and sold themselves out and all kinds of crazy shit. And now look where we're at. So, you know, climate change could do the same thing. Scare the fuck out of people, and they'll do just about any goddamn thing, as long as they could be safe, you know. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, because if you're starting from a nothing, it's just basically, you know, then humanity, you know, I think comes to a realization on where the fuck we're at, and the strong will survive and the weak will perish. And then the strong that survive, you know, link up somehow. I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
That's more like a. That's really I don't know, because I don't know. What do you think, Zach?
I think they're taking us to the movie Wall-E.
I mean, they're just slow rolling it, man. I mean, do you think it's going to be this is my question. Do you guys think it's going to be a cataclysmic event, or are they going to slowly do what they're doing, squeezing the shit out of us?
Well, they always shift things on their big contrived event. And again, I always think about what Janet Napolitano said in her last day as Department of Homeland Security. She said the next 9/11 is not if, but when, and it's the nation's power grid going down. And
Right.
a lot of people would disappear real fast if that happened. I mean, just think about all the people that live in hospitals that are dependent on the power grid.
Right.
So,
yeah, I mean, stuff like that. You know, will they do it? I believe so. You know. And
well, I'm here in Illinois, and I'm trying to wait and see what happens with this January 1st. So, I mean, we'll see what happens.
well, the thing is with the January 1st, right? It's basically what Rochester's going through, New York City. Buffalo isn't too bad. Syracuse is going through it. I mean, everywhere. California, Texas. Texas has it, but they don't promote it. You know, they think it's a fucking free state. Everywhere in the United States, no one's going to jail. I mean, it just is what it is. And with that mixed with the fentanyl problem, it's 100-fold worse. And
that's everywhere. That is everywhere. The last few states I've been to just flooded, man.
Right. So they flooded it. They know it's going to create a problem. All right. Now they're emptying stores out all over the fucking country. Right. People are going in mob, you know, whatever. Now they're calling for National Guard in Rochester. You know, the people want it. They like, yo, we need National Guard here. Police are like, no. Well, why are the police saying no? Because maybe that playbook isn't for us. It's for Chicago. So the thing with Chicago is it's a promotion now. You know, they're promoting it like all these underground young 13 to 18-year-olds are already saying they're going to go to war with other crews, other gang cliques. They're making it in their songs. They're telling
the drill music destroyed the last generation completely.
Oh, yeah,
and I grew up with rap, you know.
Yeah, it's insanity. But what they're also doing is they're like, hey, you know, they're showing like there's people out there that the young ones, they're like, yeah, look what we got from this store, you know, come January, it's a free-for-all. So they're already set up for these youngins it's going to be mayhem in Chicago. Just put it that way. You know, it's going to be mayhem, total fucking chaos. It's already bad. Now with that, it's going to be 100 times worse because it is here. The other day, somebody did a robbery. They assaulted the clerk, did a robbery. They were out already for doing another violent robbery. They did another violent robbery the next day. The next day, they did another robbery because they got it all on video. They know who it is. And the next day after that, they got him. It took 4 robberies to finally catch a federal charge. And now they can finally hold them in jail under a federal charge because it's the multiple of convictions now becomes federal. I mean, multiple offenses now become federal. So with that being said, I mean, there's people that shot people, boom, right back on the street. Homicides, you could post bail, assaults, rape, all kinds of shit. And the bails, you would be shocked. You know, somebody, you know, there was a guy, I posted a video, sexually abused a kid. He was out, boom, no problem. So what does that tell you? I mean, this is what they want. They want total chaos, man. You know?
Well, and you just heard why. Your town's already begging for the National Guard to come.
Exactly. Yep. They want the whole BLM defund. We don't see BLM no more because the agenda has been done. The whole thing was to defund the police, scale back, you know, the police and the budgets. They did it all. How long they did it? I know Rochester, they don't have a budget. This is why the sheriff's here, the state troopers are here, that the RPD is stretched thin. But this was their whole agenda. That's why you don't see them no more. black folks been shot, assaulted, and murdered from the police the past year by, I don't know, probably over 100. But there was no BLM push because their job's over. They don't need them no more. They're molding those same people, those same groups for Roe versus Wade, for the climate change. We ain't seen shit yet. Wait till the climate change kids come out and the echo, what do they call them? The echo terrorists come out. We haven't seen shit yet, you know. So all that destabilization of the police departments was so we can beg for more police, more surveillance, more. So this is what they're doing. They're just sensitizing us to the crime and all this other stuff by making us beg for, because the crime is so bad. Here in Rochester, they're calling for National Guard. So what does that tell you? It's working as planned. And that's what they want. You know, that's exactly what they want. And
that's the whole thing too, though. If you pay attention to the laws with that whole Safety Act thing, right? They say that it's based on, you know, the poverty people and the darker skinned people, right? That was the way to get it through because they weren't like able to bond out this and that. Now I'm from the ghetto, like, you know what I'm saying? So I get how they got away with that, with confusing the masses, but they say that these are only laws that won't affect others, and it's not a crime against the individual or a society. Aggravated DUI, driving around drinking, that puts everyone at risk. Right, but just like I said earlier, basically we're under common law, and it's a time to be free or a time to be enslaved, because that's what they did. And all this is falling under the ICCPR, which people don't know is supreme law of the land. It's the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. That's supreme law of the land right now. And people don't understand that. They wonder, how could they do this? How could they do that? Well, because the ICCPR is enforcing the Constitution of the United States, which is actually common law. And what they're doing now is innocent until proven guilty. So they're giving us what we want, but with human beings that can't govern themselves and that actually need to be policed because they think it's a free-for-all. They think they can harm other people, fuck up the community, and do every other thing. You know, your car is only 2 feet and you're having trouble. Oh my God, these people. But yeah, so, you know, I mean, this is what we're under. When I look at it, I look at the laws, I look what they're doing. We're under common law because they're actually, when people get charged, they're having a judge see them very quickly, because that's one of the guidelines that they have to do, is they have to see a judge fast. Now, with that being said, right, they also have to where they have a panel, like with the juveniles, you know, from up to 18 years old, because it's now illegal for them to put juveniles in a prison, when before that's where they were going. So what they now do is they have a panel, and they come on and they say, you know, they have like 8 people. A judge here in New York State actually streams it to YouTube. So you could actually, because they're tired of it, but they can't do anything. So they're like, fuck it, we'll just put it on the internet, let people see what's going on. So they'll have a court case of the juvenile. I've heard them up shooting out the window, you know, all kind of disregard for community. They'll have another person, like a psychologist or some shit, someone working for the entity that is actually helping enforce this shit. There's like 5 people. You don't even know who they are, but they all agree that, okay. And then they have the parent in there. And then the parent's like, you know, I take responsibility. If he comes home, you know, I'll try this, I'll try that. And then guess what they do? They release the goddamn badass fucker. And this is what they're doing. And for the adults, they weigh it. Was it a damage to another human being? That's basically what they're doing. And if it is, okay, we'll set a bail. But the bail cannot be excessive because it's going to the Constitution. No excess bails and forfeitures. So they used to post, you know, $100,000, $200,000. Can't no one pay that shit. This is all in the fine print of what they did when they put all this stuff in place, you know. And so now a murder charge, like the one guy who, this was in Texas, he just murdered this father and stole the car. The son was in the car and then left the son, but it was hot outside and the child died. This dude got bail. I think it was like 100,000 or something like that. I could be wrong, but before you wouldn't get no bail for that shit. So it's like, you know, see where we're at. So
You know, it's just they're making humanity show its evil, true evilness before they come put the hand of fucking tyranny down. Because think about it, they just got the gloves off. Look, you guys, look, it's a fucking free-for-all. When you look at what's going on, they're like, look, you Americans, you aren't going to come together and do shit and try to do anything. And like I said earlier, there are communities that actually hired their own security because the police don't come for 3, 4, 5 hours. So they hired their own security. And then the city gets upset, and then they're trying to like sue the security or whoever organized and all this other shit. But you see what they're doing. It's being done deliberate because they're going to show that we can't be governed by, you know, our own free will. We need government. And then they're going to come in bigger and heavy-handed than ever fucking before. Then you really see a police state. You know, so that's where we're at now. People could agree or not, but this is where we're at when you actually look at the laws and look at outside your fucking door. This is what's going on, man. So,
and it goes to show that they got a future planned out for us. And I mean, the things that fuel crime are, again, if you don't have any way to feed yourself, and
right.
I mean, probably if you look at the majority of people who are out doing street crimes, breaking into people's stuff, all this,
right?
They're drug addicts, and
yep.
They got the country flooded in drugs right now. So
think about it. They have the drugs flooded in. They're raising everything up. The fucking more expensive now. So, I mean, go figure. I mean, it's like everything at once. No, this is being deliberately done. You know, just like you said, you know, a lot of these people are addicts, and then you got the other people that are opportunists, you know? So that's who suffers, the regular Joe that's just doing his own slave shit, you know? And you know what the craziest thing is? People don't even ask why. Like, why is this happening? You know, like here in my city, I talk to people, they don't even know half the shit's going on because the news don't post everything. But what they do post, they're like, wow, it's getting bad. But yet everybody's like still doing the same shit. It's mind blowing to me, man. Yeah.
I also, the thing I find so interesting right now is how everywhere you go, everybody has a sign that says help wanted, hiring, now hiring. I mean, nobody has enough employees, places shutting down early. And again, I just think about the timing of it. It's like this younger generation must not be working at all. The parents must be paying the bills because it's like, well, how can there be vacancies everywhere? I've never seen anything like this. But it's a mindset. But it's funny how they have it just right, because you can see, I mean, there's not really much of a need for people for a lot of the jobs going forward with the AI and automation and the robots. And
right.
So it's like they got everybody doing just what they need them to do. Nothing, becoming drug addicts, dying from fentanyl overdose,
right?
Ruining their bodies so that they can't procreate. It's just like, go ahead.
Yeah, you're right. And that's another thing is this fucking gender shit. You know, all this gender cut, all this crazy shit. It's like, you know, like, where is this all? Like I don't know, man. It's just, it's got to be beaming through these fucking screens or something, man, because how could all this happen at once? There's some type of energy here, you know, like just like you said, everywhere you go in the country, there's help wanted signs, but yet everybody seems to be fine in spending. You go places, all the restaurants are full, they're nothing on the fucking shelf. People got gas, you can't get a rental car. And it's like, I see around me, everybody seems to be doing fine. You know, I don't understand it.
It's really weird. I can't explain what's going on either, but
it's really mind blowing, man. It's some shit that, you know, you can't even. Every day I'm lost for fucking words, man. You know, because I see it and it's crazy.
It's funny. I was actually coming on to do my own live stream, but then I saw you were streaming. I was like, I'll just join his stream instead. I was gonna title my stream "Divided We Stand, United We Fall," based on the feedback from other people.
Yeah,
because it's just I'm having a post New York state of mind. It's just you know, I mean, I always have tempered expectations, but it's just like I would have thought that somebody else somewhere that has a platform might have got inspired by what we did and said, you know what?
Well, they did. You know who did? You know who did? Lincoln Kareem. Or Lincoln Karen. At least. At least it's somebody, you know. But you're right.
He's already out there in New York every day. I mean,
right.
I'm talking about somebody who's not doing anything like that yet.
Right. I mean, you would think that someone would try to do anything, but it's like, man, it's a bunch of fucking buffoonery and self-centered bullshit, and it's all for clicks, likes, giggles, and money. And it's like, it's unbelievable. But there's other people that are you know, and he's gonna it's getting more in depth, but there's others out there, but it's just not those name brand CNN's people. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they're just caught up in what they're caught up. They ain't gonna do shit, you know. I mean, it's so sad that they're so caught up in what they're doing. They don't even want to talk about anything good about it. Everything's all bad. You know what I mean? Like, it's all bad. You know, like, how could something like that be all bad when these motherfuckers talking about coming together every fucking day and doing things, and like, we need to do, they say we, you know, it's like, what the fuck? Like, we need to do this, and we should change this, and we got to come together. Everyone talks about coming together, and nobody wants to come together. Like I said, people think that it's like rubbing each other's backs and moving in and playing footsies and shit. All it is coming together on the same page. That's it. You know, sharing each other's and like, you know, sharing each other's stuff, and like, hey, look at this guy over here. This guy, you know, what we do here, we all share each other's shit, you know? But these bigger fucking idiots, you know, they're just, the only people they click up with is other people with the same type of agenda, you know? So I'm at the point where it's like, fuck it, we'll just keep doing what we're doing. As long as we got the energy out there, you know, people are going to find us. And, you know, and just, hey, like I said before, you know, I've said it before we even went to New York. I said, if we can at least, I said 25. And I said 25 people moving in a unit, in a group, is hella big. So we had 50 or more at a time just moving through there. And that shit was powerful. So honestly, you know, fuck it. You know, if we could get those numbers, shoot low, and if more come, fuck it. That's just how it's got to be. I think that, you know, a lot of eyes will begin to see. And you know what? Fuck those people, man. At the end of the day, we got to say fuck them, you know. All we could do is send out the invitation. You know, they're so, you know, high and mighty and awake, but that they get emotional when somebody comes over, you know. That's crazy. You know, now you got a whole entire troll network. Like, I mean, they can't keep your name out of their fucking mouth and my name. You know, it's like, wow, it's unbelievable. So either way, bad eyes is good eyes, because guess what? I guarantee you, one person that was floating around those platforms was like, let me check out this. And I guess what? I bet you they're watching every day saying, damn, this shit is interesting. Damn, this shit makes sense. Damn, I get it. You know, because not everybody is like that. You know, they just watch them because it's something to escape to, you know. And that fucking, like that Paul, people keep atting me with the Paul guy. Like, don't at me. Tell Paul to bring his ass over here. I bet you he won't. I'm not going to go on his fucking platform so he can play his tiddlywink troll games and shit. I'm not going to do that. He bring his ass over here and he can get his head snatched clean off his fucking body. You know, because they all coming over to my shit now. And I know they're on your shit. So, you know, it's just, fuck those guys, man. We just got to keep pushing forward, you know. And shit,
we got to figure out how to multiply in a big way. Just imagine had 10 other big channels brought their people out there, and we had a group of 1,000 people. Imagine.
Believe me, I know. But
that news crew was just hanging out right by. We weren't quite big enough to get the news crew out there.
Right. But, you know, I mean, hey, I mean, they don't even want to have a dialogue. They just want to be negative and shoot shit out. You know, that one, I mean, think about it, the one Paul guy, he don't even know who you are. And just because he took what Brian said, you know, that's what he's going off of. He don't fucking know. I mean, it's ridiculous. It goes to show you how these people think, man. You know, this is a bunch of, you know, you don't want people like that anyways, man. You know, fuck that, you know. And it's like, I don't want them anyways. We want to get at their people that watch, because those people that watch are looking for that. There's people that don't even comment on these idiots' channels, that just watch, that are actually like how you see how many people come out? They don't even comment in the fucking chat section.
Sure.
You know, they don't make comments. They don't do shit. But guess what? They show up and you're like, holy shit. And they rock out and you meet them, you talk to them and you like, damn, I didn't know you guys are really about this life, you know? And there was a lot of people like that. So I think, man, just hold your head high. Fuck these people. You know, it's just hate. You're going to bring hate because they don't like you to see. They don't like, you know, you're doing what they can, you know, and they claim that they're in a Heidi mighty and whatever the hell else they're claiming, you know.
Just what you're talking about, just going back to the original thing, it's like about evil. It's like humans were programmed to just like fixate and obsess on negativity.
Right.
And that's annoying too, because again, it's just like
they like drama, negativity, because it's a way they can escape, you know. They escape through that, you know. That's what we've been taught.
I don't understand why people are that way, but it's just so obvious. I mean, that's why the news focuses on negative stuff all the time too. That's what brings in the ratings.
Yeah. So
I guess that's the programming too.
Yeah, it's all
like used to that negativity.
It's the programming. Yep. Negativity, the villain, you know, people are interested in that shit. It's like, you know, it's entertainment. You know, it's like it draws you in. Like, oh, look, you know, if it was all, you know, you think if Brian was sitting there just talking about, or anybody else, they were sitting there just talking about regular shit that people would tune in. No, they get bored. So they need this shit. You know, it's just the society we've been accustomed to bring up, you know.
And that goes back to your point about the only thing that's going to change anything is a cataclysm. It's like, yeah, it seems like humanity is beyond repair for most people. So,
yeah, I mean, it seems like that, but I still have the glimmer that there actually is people that care, even just being out. And
there are people who care, but that's what it'll eventually be. Is like the future could be like that. The people who care coming together and doing things. It's just the concern is, man, if there's never a big enough push to do anything about what's ruling over us, the problem is communities like that, they'll be in the crosshairs. So
yeah. But like I said, just more shit need to happen, you know, and that'll bring people out, start looking, asking questions like, what the fuck was I doing? I you know, and this is, you know, I've met people like that, you know, here locally. I've met some nurses that didn't know shit about nothing. Seen him out there one day with a sign. She was so scared and, you know, like, oh my God, I've never done anything like this. But then I gave her some juice. She came back the next week and her jaw was to the floor. She was so interested in the shit. And, you know, I mean, she still hits me up every now and then with shit she learned. And it's shit that we learned 10 years ago. And that's all it takes, man. You know, there's people waking up every day. As long as it's one person, I guess. You know, we wish there was more, but, you know, I mean, look around us, man. We're in bad shape, you know. And I just can't believe that people don't understand that you got to come together on something. You know, all this shit just doesn't even make sense to me. Like, I still don't get it, man. How people are so not willing to just come together on a common ground. Like, you know, it's mind blowing. You know, because I always make a point. Like, what if we didn't have the fucking internet? What did people do before the internet, when we just didn't have none of this computer shit? People gathered, and actually more people gathered. If you think about it, you go look at all the old shit of people gathering for causes. There was thousands and hundreds of thousands of people, you know, even though some of it was controlled, but still people were out. You didn't have this computer to escape to pretend you're doing something and like, yeah, look what I'm doing. But you're in a house in your underwear and flip-flops or whatever the fuck's going on, claiming, you know, you're changing the fucking world, you know. Gotta get out there, man, you know. And I think that's why they hate what you've done so much. And, you know, anybody that talks about you for 2 weeks for spending 10 minutes on their fucking broadcast, you know, they're envious. That's not hate. People who hate, they don't even you know, that disassociate themselves and keep it moving. That's envy. So that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
So just keep pushing, man, and you know, and you know, just go with what you feel, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just like for me this year, I mean, I pushed harder than any of the years before, and I've been pushing every day for a long time now. And it's just like so many people have fallen off this year. It's like the work's never been more dead. The following's never been more small. The support's never been less. And it's just like I'm perplexed with the state of affairs. I don't know if just like a lot of people are going through the mindset of like, there's nothing we can do. I'm giving up or what it is. But I mean, it did feel good what we accomplished in New York. We definitely put some sparks there, but it's just frustrating just seeing that. Like I thought somebody would come out of the woodwork, especially one of my going on decade year critics. I thought like they'd come out and put out a video like, okay, maybe we need to team up and do this, but I just haven't heard anything like that yet. It's
Well,
like,
you know why?
I think about it's like all year we've been pushing for people to come out to these events, and we did Oklahoma City, Buffalo, New York. I've been out in Seattle, Portland, and it's just like it's been crickets from this whole damn community. It's just like
think about it. Nobody else is doing that, so you know it's kind of it's a level that where people are still living in fear. You know what you're doing. People are fearful of. You know, everyone's scared. Oh, about this and that, and the feds and this, and you know, you're gonna. It's a lot of it is a lot of fear. You know, it's a lot of fear. You know, and then people think you're going out and oh, what's the point of protesting? We're not fucking protesting. That ain't a protest when you're out there engaging with people and educating them. We're not sitting there chanting, you know, some crazy ass fucking chant. It's
4 more years.
Yeah, it's just an education. So, you know, you got to think of what you're doing, and by being out there, it's where a lot of people don't want to have to go. They're in their comfort zone, playing on their computers and posting stories, and you know, chatty patty, talky walkie, walla walla. They're comfortable doing that. That's their escape. You know, people are trying to escape the reality of outside in front of them. I can't escape it because I see the shit every day. So I'm not in the house on the fucking computer all fucking day long and doing that shit. You know what I mean? I ain't got time. I look and I know what's coming. I see what's happening. I can feel the fucking energy. I'm like, yo, come on, guys. I mean, I was like this when I first came to YouTube in 2012. I started watching like in 2010, and I started making videos in 2012. And when I came in, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I got some brothers and sisters who are like, yeah, thinking like me. Yeah, let's try to get together. And god damn, did I get assaulted and, you know, made videos and everybody was just clowning down. I'm like, damn, fast forward to today and it's the same fucking thing. I guess Zach got cut off. So, you know, but we're going to keep it going. Like I said, I got the chat right there. But, you know, right. People are only trying to get knowledge online, you know. Now, you know, most of my shit came off of the fucking computer, being out, experiencing, meeting other brothers. I learned a lot from other people in person, you know, because I'm one of them visual learners. You're not going to just tell me some shit and I'm going to just, no, I got to be sit down and walk through some shit, you know. Oh, I get it now. You know, I meet with people, you know, I meet with my brothers and sisters, you know. Yo, show me this shit real quick. Let's sit down. Let's talk about it. Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right. Oh, damn, you know, I've been out here a long fucking time, you know, same thing, fighting against these tyrants, you know, not playing with these people, you know. So shout out Zach, his sweet lady probably was coming, so, you know, but yeah, man, it's just I don't get it, the not coming together. It's just a way to escape coming together because they don't want to, because they're afraid. And you know, and these people, man, they keep atting me and shit. Like the one guy, he at me and show me where they talk about me at. You know, I mean, I'm a curious person. I'm a nosy motherfucker. So I look and I'm like, really? I'm like, these motherfuckers. I mean, they've been riding Zach's dick for 2 weeks. That's obsession. These people are claiming the gods and this and that. I mean, it's crazy, man. I wish Paul would bring his ass over on my channel. We'll have a nice talk. Let's talk, Paul. You come over to my world, and we'll see if you pop all that shit on over here where you don't have control. You do not have control. Where he ain't got control, he ain't the way he is. Just like he kisses Brian ass. You know, they have some type of deal, which really it really brings Brian down into the barrels of the pit of a bullshitter, a con artist. You know, because think about it. Paul don't release the video because Brian says, look, don't release the video. I got to release it first. Then maybe in a week, you release the video. They make that deal. You know, Brian rubs him off with some fiat baseless currency, like Paul always says. And then, you know, and then whatever the fuck else. Because think about it. He don't post. They ain't live at the same fucking time because Brian wants the views. They make a deal. See, they think I don't know how this YouTube shit work. I've been around here a long time. I done seen a lot of false prophets come along, you know, so claiming they're God and God of the internet and this and that and standing up this because you get your shit taken and arrested and put in jail. That ain't standing on your own 2 feet. That's ignorance at the highest order because you're putting your body in danger and jeopardy when it don't need to be at the time. That's not fucking natural law and, you know, like you know, it claims to be a natural law and common. No, that's not. That's putting your body in jeopardy from a false belief of an illusion of a fucking prison system anyway, where you think you mastered the language of a prison language. Don't realize what you're actually doing. And then his followers don't realize that he's actually manipulating their ass to be some fucking cheerleaders and trolls. He got them going around. Damn, that jet's flying fast. You know? So this is what they're doing. You know? And they keep calling me out. They like keep drawing. Why you want to draw me out? I'm nobody. I don't have nobody. You know? I have brothers and sisters that rock out and know what the fuck time is know what time it is, know what's going on. Can't even stomach the shit y'all talking. See, I went on there because Artie's corporate fiction. I'm like, oh shit, I like what Paul's saying. This is some good shit. And then he went way left. Just some fucking sarcasm bullshit. You know what they say about jokers, you know? And then he quotes shit from the Bible, all this Bible shit. Don't know anything about any other fucking religion. I can guarantee it. Just this false Bible shit. So you have all the stuff that pertain to law and then puts the name unslaved. I ain't mean to go off on like this, but, you know, shout out to Zach for bringing up on here. And, you know, because a lot of other people are like getting pulled in and shit. I see other people going on there. Some other dude, I never seen him before. I don't know who he is, but he was talking about gematria. He just trying to make a point, and he was humble and cool. And they still tried to trash him and thrash him like a bunch of fucking dumbass hyenas. You know, that's what they do. You know, that's what they want. Some of the quotes, so they make a skeptical. They can get more views, because they like drama. They like all this nonsense. You know, they're feeding their false egos. You know. And then you look at it, I mean, it's a fucking clown fest. It's so ridiculous, you know? And so the way I look at it, Zach don't even got to say anything about these dudes. They on his dick. He ain't saying nothing about them. They're promoting him. So power to him. People are coming over, getting Zach views, and might get stuck and sucked in. Like, oh, you know what? I don't like that stupid shit they're doing over. That's kind of ignorance. He's actually saying the same thing, but in a different way. I need to check this out, you know? So he gets all the fucking flunkies and, you know, there's some good people over there, but he attracts, you know, wannabes and cheerleaders and fucking fanboys and shit like that so they can feel like something. He has them saluting him and shit. I mean, it's mind-blowing. I mean, that shit is crazy, you know? That's why he calls everybody a boy and all that other stuff, because that's what he's running over there on his channel, you know? I mean, you could pick that dude apart in 5 seconds, you know? So, it is what it is, man. I just get tired of seeing, I'm thinking it's a comment, you know, between the porn comments and all the bullshit comments, and I get this shit, and I think it's a comment, I go click it, and it's a fucking video of some motherfucker talking shit, clowning, and like, and leaving links and shit. It's crazy, man. You know, but it's harvest season, so I already know what time it is. Harvesting soul season. So this is what he's doing. I mean, this is why Halloween does what it does. I mean, they're all in the energy. When you know what they're into, I mean, really, you don't even gotta talk, but sometimes you gotta bust it down so other people can see, like, damn, you know what? I get it now. That's why they're doing this shit, because it's harvest energy. It's fucking Halloween, you know? This is what they're doing. They're harvesting. It's fall. It's death. It's dying. It's you know, it's a time to shed. So he's pushing all his demons on them, and they don't even know it. They feel solidified and better. Meanwhile, he just made them a weaker man, portraying himself as standing up. You know, and yeah, it's fucking mind blowing, man. But this is what they do over there in the clown show. That's why I don't recommend anybody going over there and joining his shit. I mean, you can go check out what he's talking about. You'll see what I'm talking about. But don't let it get in your feelings. You go jump on there because that's what they want. See, no, they won't come over here and jump on my stream, you know, and talk here because they have no control. They have no, you know, there's no control over here, you know. And it's a different kind of energy over here. They need the fans and to put, you know, they need that, you know. So hold on. And that's why the Bible's a joke, because these people and other people like it use the Bible to solidify flat out just ignorance and stupidity, thinking that it's some divine, highly spiritual understanding you came to and you're like the Christ. And you know what? I mean, there was no fucking internet in the Bible. Somebody was on the feet out and about and actually met up with people. All right? That's what they're missing. Take the internet away, the facade is over, you know? They can take the internet away from me. I don't give a fuck about the internet and social media. I'm still gonna be the same person I am right now. You know, could you imagine if the fucking if shit, it was low impact flicks, now it's no impact flicks. If he all of a sudden doesn't have social media no more, oh shit, that guy, look out, get his guns, because a bullet's going through his own fucking brain. He's gonna shoot himself in the head. Could you imagine these guys? You know, without their social media, they go fucking insane. I don't give a fuck about social media. I wouldn't give two shits, you know. So sorry, I'm not reading the comments, guys. You know, check this out. See, I'm about to drop some jewels because you guys know when I whip out the Bible, I got jewels for fucking days. I got notes for jokes. I got notes for folks that I can whip out at any time and slay anybody that comes here with that damn religion shit and that high spiritual consciousness understanding that I'm Christ-like, but I'm not really with the Bible, but I quote from the Bible, but yet miss all these other quotes. All right. Ephesians 5:4. Let there be no flithfulness, nor foolish talk, nor crude joking, which are out of place, but instead let there be thanksgiving. You think, what is Thanksgiving? Coming together, you know, thankful for giving, right? What does it mean, giving? Well, it means giving each other their minds. Thanksgiving. You're thanking your brother. That's what we do when we come together. Like when I come together with Fake Mike, Zach, whoever I meet up with, anybody in real life, whatever. And I'm like, oh, what's up, man? We say thank you. We don't even know what the fuck we say. I'm like, what are you saying thank you for? I don't know. What are you saying thank you for? I don't know. That's called Thanksgiving, unbeknownst to a lot of people. See, they talk all this high conscious shit and read, understand the Bible in different interpretations, but don't look at the other shit. These people are acting foolish. They're fools. All right? It's been talked about. All right? They've been talked about before, you know? Proverbs 26:18-9. Like a madman who throws firebrands, arrows, and death is a man who deceives his neighbor and says, I'm only joking. All right? So you tell you guys, when you come over here, because they claim they watch my channel, you know, and this and that. But you guys go show your God of media, whatever the fuck he calls himself, these things. All right? Question. Nope, they can't question because they'll get shot down. He'll belittle them. He'll put them down because you can't have an alternative thought process to him because he's like a lawyer, but different. Remember, he studies the English language. He's mastered the English language, which means he mastered the slave language. So therefore, he knows how to slave his viewers and followers and people who come on there. See, I can't be enslaved, so I can't do that, you know. But all right, John 1, 2, 15 through 7. Do not love the world or the things in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the desires of the flesh and the desires of the eyes and pride in possessions, is not from the Father, but is from the world. And the world is passing away along with its desires. But whoever does the will of God abides by forever. See, what he is doing, pride in possession. What is his possessions? His followers. If you can't see that, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you. Point blank, period. You know, I don't know what to tell you. That his followers are his possessions, and he treats them as such because he needs them on there with him. Because if he didn't have this, what would he talk about? He'd run out of shit to talk about. He's not up there teaching anybody. If he was a righteous person, he'd be up there teaching this shit. He wouldn't be up there clowning for fucking 3, 4, 9 hours, 9-hour stream, you know, because Zach lit a fuse over there. Zach lit the minds up of the dark ones that are claiming they're in light. All right. Remember, they're following the book of Lucifer, the light bearer, and don't even know it and using it all. Don't realize that it's actually the darkness that you come to bring out the light. See, they got it all fucked up and reversed. See, they don't understand that. You know, anything's getting cool, being cool and standing up is getting your property taken and, you know, going to court, being put in jail and, you know, putting your life in danger for some people that don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. You know, it's crazy. You know, it really is crazy. So yeah. So, and this is for all his followers, all right? Because this is what they act like on there. When you look at them, they all act like fucking 5-year-olds, right? John 5:21. Little children, keep yourselves from idols. They idolize Paul. They sweat Paul. They drop off Paul's nutsack. You know, they swing on his ego. You know, he pets them, right? And they purr for him. They come over to my channel. They come over to KUTS channel. They come over to Zach's channel. They come over to other people's channel. I know they come over to who channel is it? You know, they come over to everybody's channel. They see Gematria, they come over to the channel. The one guy, I don't even know who he was. I've never heard of him before, but he was a Gematria guy. They went over there and fucking drew him in and tried to slay him. He held up pretty good because I checked it out. I watched it. I'm like, okay, let me check these fools out since they added me. And then they talking about, oh, you gave a donation. I'll give your. This is another thing is when I see shit, I'll support it. When I first came on, see him fucking with, I already took corporate fishing and hit it up with that other brother that he hasn't had on since because maybe the other brother's like, you know what? I don't want this type of shit associated with me, so I'm gonna be over here. But the other brother dropping jewels, he's more respectful, he's more humble, you know, he's holding it together. The black brother, he hasn't been on there, right? And it was just them two on there, and they was dropping, you know, that's what I was fucking with, and I'll support it. Okay, you need hair, boom, because that's how I look at it. And he's like, oh, if you need your, you know, your donation, I'll give it back to you. And then he talks about how fiat currency is baitless and pointless and then this and that. And it's like, okay, if it's baseless and pointless, why would you mention in the video to give it back? That means you're giving it meaning. Motherfucker, what are you talking about? You're giving it meaning. If it don't got no meaning, that's it. Once it came to, why talk about it again? You want to give it back? Actually, I might go tonight and I'll give him more. Because it's meaningless, right? It's meaningless, you know? I mean, it doesn't even make any sense. I don't even get this, how people can't see the stupidity, the contradictories, the buffoonery, the foolishness, and this crap, man. You know? It's really mind-blowing to me. And it's funny because you guys know, I one thing I like more than anything is a troll. And here we go. We got a whole clan of these motherfuckers, man. Like, I ain't never seen no shit like this. You know, we got a whole clan of these motherfuckers making videos 2 weeks straight, probably over 150 hours of shit talking about Zach and Gematria. So guess what they're doing? They're actually fueling the algorithm. So Shout out to them for the promotion. And maybe tonight I'll give them a donation for promoting Zach every fucking day with memes and background photos. It's simply unamazing. Like, you can't be this dumb to realize that this is they're almost like idolizing Zach at this point. Yeah, people may think it looks like, oh, they're demon. I look at it like, oh, they're idolizing him. Okay, cool. They're idolizing him. They're promoting him. All right, good point. He came on there, gave him a thrashing, right? And they think they made a demon, but he actually dropped the jewel and you guys are eating it up. He left the breadcrumbs and you guys are chewing it up, So, yeah, it is what it is, man. So, what else we got? Let's see what we got. Proverbs 16:5. Everyone who is arrogant in heart. Now, see this. I'm just reading. I'm just reading from the book that he claims he's the God of all media. He uses this book and law. They're both synopsis with each other, if you know anything. So he's unslaved, telling you he's actually a slave, right? Because you can't be unslaved. So you're actually telling everybody you believe you're unslaved, but you had to put it in there. You still kept the word slaved. So you're actually slaved. So here we go. Everyone who is arrogant in his heart is an abomination to the Lord. Be assured he will not go unpunished. All right. See, this is the shit they want to leave out. Everything they're doing up there is the same book that says that they're a righteous person and they're this and oh, thank you. They're worshiping him. Oh, thank you. There's a false fucking prophet. These people are worshiping a false fucking prophet. All right. And then, like I said, you want to be real and true and just, but you're sitting there clouding up your fucking lungs in front of everybody, smoking blunts. All right. I got no problem with that, but you're holding yourself at a certain standard, but yet your lungs, all right. You say you're a natural and you're this, you're that, but your lungs are a light. Lung means light. Okay. In case anybody does not know. All right. All right. In case anybody doesn't know. Okay. I'll say it right here. I'll give it to you. Let me go on my damn notes. All right. Lung. All right. Human or animal respiratory organ. Right. Check this out. Old Frisian, Lungoon, Middle Dutch. Right. Literally the light organ. Not heavy, having little weight. All right. Because that's what your lungs are. All right. Light. Lungs from Skama. Light. Lung means light. Point blank, period. Any way you want to put it, lung means light. So therefore, you're doing exactly what you claim, right, to be against. You're clouding your lungs. And then using things like, if thine eye be healthy, then your whole body will be full of light. Well, guess what? Your body ain't full of light because your lungs are dark. They're cloudy, right? Because you don't understand you should be chiefing what you smoke, not putting it in your light organ, thinking you're getting high. It just is what it is. Like I said, I got no, people smoke. You smoke, but that's what it is. Just go look up chiefing, what they used to do. They used to send it through their nasal passage. When you know what's inside of your nasal cavity, your nasal passage, you'll see why they did it. They didn't put it in their fucking lungs. No smoke belongs in the human lung. It does not belong in there. No way, shape, form, how. It doesn't. You cloud it up with darkness and smoke. That's what they like. So if thine eye be healthy, your whole body can't be full of light because your eye is not healthy. And then weed actually slows down and fucks with your hypothalamus gland. It just is what it is. Now, there's weed strain before, all right, that was a high vibratory plant that used to do that before the government issued a war on drugs and went after the weed and got it off the street and put crack on there. How many people went to jail for marijuana charges? What were they doing? Well, they needed to get it off the fucking street because back then people started thinking about shit when they inhaled one puff. Oh, and then they ended up on the White House lawn. They ended up in front of Washington Square asking questions, talking about peace, actually speaking what we're speaking to this very fucking day. Where did all that go? It disappeared. People who smoke weed aren't thinking about shit. People who smoke weed are, you know, I'm talking about the GMO bullshit weed. There is good weed out there, and there's people that watch us that actually get it. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the ones that I see daily that smoke, and these motherfuckers' eyes are shut and they're shut down. Ain't shit getting accomplished during the day. You could ask them something. Yo, I don't even know, man. Nah, that wasn't the weed I grew up with my mom selling with her boyfriend. Nah, that wasn't the weed that I seen 100,000 people coming in and out of the house, and I saw flashing lights, and I'm like, what's that smell? What's that smell? Well, my mom had us into fucking all that shit, you know? I don't know. I know I used to dream like a motherfucker when I was a kid. Must be all the drugs I was around. Because my mom said one thing she did with us is never stop partying. I don't know. With me and my sister, my mom said she did every drug known to mankind. That may be why I'm so fucked up. That may be why I'm up here talking this shit now. I don't fucking know. You know? I have no clue. I have no clue. So, you know, so again, it's the light organ, and this person is all high and mighty, and you know, this, that, and the third, and you know, it is what it is. I mean, you know, hold yourself to the standards that you talk about before you start sending all your goons over to here and everybody else's shit. You know, and I still to this day I recommend nobody go on his shit. Don't draw him over to you. I'd love for him to come on my shit or even go on Zach's shit. Because guess what? It's not going to be the same person. He's not going to have his fanboys there. He's not going to have his minions with him. He's not going to have them. It's going to be him in his own mind, in his own mouth. You think he could talk a good game? Yeah, he'll give the jibber jab talk. You know, he got the gift of gab, but he's not going to stand a chance because ain't really nothing to fucking talk about at the end of the day anyway. You know? So it is what it is because we see what it's all about. Anybody that could do videos for 2 weeks, they need content. It's about, and then have the fucking, all the Cash App shit scrolling across the bottom. Listen, if you really about that and people really do fuck with you, they're going to hit you up on the slide like, yo, man, I want to give you something. You know how many people done that to me? I'm like, yo, I don't do that. No, I don't need nothing. I'm great. Give it to somebody who needs it, you know? He don't realize that more people would be if he just say, you know what, I got this, you know, you could see it in the, you know, if you want to donate, it's over here. Never talk about it, never nothing. If real people followed you and they was righteous about in line with what you're saying, they gonna be like, where's your cat? They're gonna ask you how to donate to you. That's what a real motherfucker would do if you attract the real people. You got the shit scrolling across the bottom, all these fanboys, all these people praising you, and you know it's fake because don't know I'm in there dropping fucking dollars for them. Where ain't none of these fanboys dropping shit to him? They on there every day. They ain't donating shit to him. You know, they ain't not giving him nothing. See, let's look at it for what it truly is. You know, let's realize and see it for what it truly is. You know, so hold on. Hold on, because we can even go more, you know. And I didn't even want to. This was about the damn government, and you know, they psychopaths, and we sitting up here talking about the psychopaths that's supposed to be on the same page, some way, some form, somehow, you know. So, let's see. Matthew 12:36. I tell you, on the day of judgment, people will give account for every careless word they speak. All right. What else we got? Hold on. Check this out. Ephesians 4:29. Let no corruption talk come out of your mouths, but only such as good for building up as fits the occasion, that it may give grace to those who hear. Building up, not tearing each other the fuck down. You ain't supposed, and then they're gonna flip it and say, "Oh, well, that is how you." No, no, no. You build people up. You don't tear them down. That's what it's all about. Building up. Like right now, I'm tearing them down because I want to build the brother up. Right? I'm not. I mean, that's exactly what I'm doing. See it for what it is. Maybe he'll change. Maybe you'll see a switch up. I guarantee you, he's gonna switch it up. He comes over here. I guarantee you, what's today? You're gonna see a switch up in a few days. Gonna get off of it. But it's little fucking minions that keeping him in the energy, keep wanting more, keep wanting more. So he's like, shit, this gets views, likes, clicks, and giggles. So I'm gonna stay up on this, and you know, I'll play the role. You know, I'll do what I do. You know, because anybody, he talks about all this stuff, you know, about money and all this other stuff and fiat currency and walking in that, but he goes on Brian's channel. He goes on Brian's channel. Think about it. He goes on Brian's channel. Brian's pimping him. Come on, guys. Let's be real. He likes to keep it real and 100 and all this other shit, but you go on Brian's channel. Then you don't upload the video until later because Brian's got to get all the views first. See, he's pimping these other people while Brian's pimping him. And he even says it, pimping ain't easy, chipping ain't easy, all this other dumbass satire shit that he's doing, thinking that he's fooling somebody. You're not fooling me. You're not fooling me with that. Like, I rock out with all the other shit you talking. I'm with that standing up for your right. I'm with all that paperwork game, which I know when, you know, you go through the paper game, you know, he done came across Thomas Humphrey. You know, I fucks with Thomas Humphrey. Thomas Humphrey is the person I'll tell you to go fuck with because he's humble. He ain't like that. He's not going to give you that bullshit because he's in line with what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I know the paper game. I've been in every nook and cranny there is on YouTube, every single one of them motherfuckers, because I like information. Why do I like it? Because I want to better my own being, to unslave myself and not sit here and call myself unslaved. You know, that's why I call myself, yeah, right, the Matrix. Because at the end of the day, I sit back, yeah, right, I'm in the motherfucking Matrix, you know? You see what I'm saying? I'm looking for justice for my own being, you know? And therefore, when I learn stuff and understand things and on a certain level, I want to rock out with my brother and my sister because we got a job to do, you know, spread that light, spread that light. You can't, we wake people up, but we're really not spreading that energy. A lot of these motherfuckers never even felt that energy because they can't embody that energy to get out and be, if they got around people, they're like, damn, shit. I see what these brothers and sisters was talking about, man. This shit feels good to be around this energy, you know, rocking out. We up here on cell phone energy, thinking we rocking out really. No, I was always like, yo, no, we got to come together. I'm not with this energy. I've never been about this energy. Anybody that's been here, no, I have not been about this energy, you know. And when you rock out with your brother and sister, man, it's magical, man. You feel it's you can't even explain it, you know. You really can't explain it. So, you know, I could still read more, you know. John 4:20, right? John 4:20. All right. If anyone says, I love God and hates his brother, he is a liar. For he who does not love his brother, whom he has not seen, cannot love God, who he has not seen. This is what they talk Bible. They call themselves God Almighty and walking in the path of Jesus, but yet really don't, you know. James 5:12, right? But above all, my brothers, do not swear either by heaven or by earth or by any other oath, but let your eyes be your yes. Well, hold on. Let your yes be yes and your no be no, so that you may not fall under condemnation. Right? What does that mean? Above all, my brothers, do not swear either by heaven or by earth or by any other oath. Right? I'm just saying, you know. So, Colossians 3:8-9. But now you must put them away: anger, wrath, malice, slander, and obscene talk from your mouth. Do not lie to one another, seeing that you have not put off the old self with its practices. Yeah, they got knowledge of self, you know. They got knowledge of self. Meanwhile, they're doing all this. No, this is a clown show. This is clicks, likes, and giggles, you know. This is clicks, likes, and giggles. So it is what it is, man. The good, Luke 6:45, the good person out of the good treasure of his heart produces good, and the evil person out of his evil treasures produces evil. For out of the abundance of the heart, his mouth speaks. Think about it, guys. Think about these people, man, when you see them on the internet claiming about the Bible and all this other stuff. And I'm not really with the Bible, but a lot I pertain with the Bible. But leave out all this shit, you know? They pick and choose. It's either one way or the other. Either you got knowledge of self or you fucking don't, you know? You either got knowledge of self or you don't. And if you had knowledge of self, you would realize you are a reflection of other people. So why would you do that anyways? You know? Why would you do that anyways? And the whole thing, Zach's situation, you took what your daddy Brian told you. You didn't use your own judgment. You passed judgment right off the bat. You snapped because Brian told you about this dude. You snapped. Hold on one second, guys. Let me hold on. Intermission time, baby. Intermission time. Comments. Yeah, what's good? What's good, Angel? Sean Zander, I'm 30 minutes behind. It's 2 times she caught. Appreciate the opportunity to talk to Zach. Y'all's man. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. No, man, it ain't get booted, man. It's just, listen, man, we got to remember, what we have to remember, guys, is we're embodying energy. We can't talk about energy, frequency, vibes, and all this other shit and spirituality and not understand what is going on in our reality. So this is the time of year where this happens. You know how many people call me a day? They're in relationship problems right now. You know, they're beefing with their girls and shit because this is the time to come in the fucking house. You know, here up north, it's time to come in the house. It's cold as fuck outside. People gotta come in. You know, now they're looking at, damn, there go my wife. Damn, there's my husband. Damn, there's my kids. Damn, I've been ripping and running. We've been having too much fun. Now we gotta sit with each other again, and people are beefing. You know, people been running all over this, you know, doing all kind of shit. Now they're beefing. You know, and then you got to look at the time of year. It's fall. It's seasonal depression coming in. You know, the sun is making its way, down south. The trees are leaving. Nature's preparing to go away. What do our dumbass humans do? We stay in the shit. So guess what? We got to deal with it. We got to learn how to deal with it. We got to understand. This is why I go south to charge up, because I feel it more and more now. You know, as time progresses, I feel it more. And when you go down there, you get that recharge. You really understand this energy. You like, God damn, I feel like $1 million on this fucking beach. Damn, I don't need to do nothing else but sit in the sun, you know, because you feel it when it's dead winter. Once you hit the Carolinas, you start to feel different. When that shit creeps up to the 60s, then it's 70s, then you get down to the 80s and 90s. Shit, you like a plant. You beaming like all hell. And this is what we got to understand. The natives, they used to leave with the sun. That's why the trees are called leaves. When them bitches fall, your ass supposed to get up out of here. You know, you're supposed to fall back. You know, the sun is fall back. Autumn, you know, it's autumn, autumn. It's harvest time, you know. And this is the time we're in. So people's emotions and stuff like that come into play, you know. The forefront is at a head because it's about to get pushed back. That's what it's fall. So therefore things come out, and then hell, it might not even be as it was supposed to be. And those things over time will subside. You know, nobody's walking around unless people are batshit crazy with 100% anger all the time. Humans aren't generally angrily mad. You know, people aren't just mad all the time. You know, there's things in them that make them angry, that make them mad. So, you know, just this is the time that it's, you know, this is the time we're in. So don't take things to heart, you know, Sean. And yeah, shit, wait, hold on. Oh, hold on. Who's this? Oh, this is KUTS. All right, this is KUTS. So, Sean, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, what's good?
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
right?
What's good, man? So, Sean, I mean, I think that, you know, hey, just give it a shot. I mean, I'm sure he'd be open to talking and chopping it up. If any misunderstandings, passion it up. Same thing with Richard. You know what I mean? I think, you know, over time they'll mend it back together. I mean, this is what brothers do. I mean, when you got a brother or sister, you fight. You know, you fight. You know, you gotta set it up. Like, we all learn it. Like, yo, look, this is the shit that you don't do. And then the opposite, the people gotta take that in and learn that. Like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't do that. Because, you know, I mean, there's things that I agree on, but man, that's just that I agree and I disagree on. But, you know, hey, that's not, you know, I mean, it is what it is. The reality of it is, you know, that ain't my position. It's not my situation, you know. I don't know what happened in the past, you know. All I know is the thing going to this game that we're in. If we out in the field, you know what not to do. You know not to fuck with cops. You know, yes, you can confront them and call them out, but you're not gonna fuck with the police. You know not to fuck with certain groups and stuff like that. You know, because you're gonna create something that you don't need, nor is beneficial, nor do you even want that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want no confrontations or nothing like that. You know, I've been in many fucking hostile protests and all kind of shit. I've been in the heated conversation with people, but guess what? I've always been able to tone it down. We control our own anger. We control our energy. You can diffuse somebody's energy just by your tone, body language, eyes, and body motion, and your head motion and hand motions. That's why it's important to learn your body, learn your mind, because you can talk to somebody and they'll feel comfortable. They'll feel their defense will go down when they talk to you. I've done that plenty of times here in my own life. Been able to diffuse situations. That's why so many people fucking call me. Like, yo, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? You know, I'm like a fucking counselor and shit. You know, there's people that I talk to that are in their 60s. You believe that? They have relationship problems. And I give them both perspectives because I know how to make my mind a neutral position and see both sides. And though one side don't like it, guess what? I got to say it, you know, but that's just the way it is. So, you know, are we still in the comments here? I don't see any comments. What's up, Cut? Sorry, I was going off on a...
Oh, it's all good. I just got out of work, but I just wanted to say hi to everybody, and it's a really nice day out, and everything's good, really, in my opinion, you know?
Yeah, it's all good. Like, I just have to address things because I get a lot of messages in these acts. Like, I don't know what this is like.
I mean, I kind of got like I don't really get feelings about nothing one way or another, but it was dumb enough to like have me like flash a little bit about it. You know what I mean? Because it was just really.
Are we
what
still
you're talking about? That was pretty low down, really.
Yeah. Is the comment still going? Because I only see like it says one watching.
I can't actually see the comments when I'm in the stream.
Somebody give me can y'all see the comments? Because I see one person on here. I don't even know. Maybe me and Cuts are on the phone or some shit.
I know, that's weird, right? I just stopped chatting, but I saw the last time I looked at the screen on the stream, it looked like there were still people in the stream.
Oh, okay. There, now they're coming in. Now it jumped up to 13 people watching. Okay.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, shout out to y'all. Fucking, it's a great day. In my opinion about
24
it is
watching. Wow. You see how it's all manipulated? It says 24, but mine right now it's up to 21. So I don't know. You know how they do. You know, it's always different.
It's kind of weird.
What I think it does during the stream is it drops down to like 1, 2. It tried to make me turn the bitch off or something. I don't know. You know,
probably.
But again, man, like, you know, we need to, you know, talk more. And like when it's quarrels, we're supposed to come together and talk. This is why Paul would never show his face on my channel, because I'm like, dude, okay, let's get to the point. All right, why you don't let's go, like, let's get it like that, because I want to get to the point and then go from there. Yeah, if it is what it is, okay, you're over there, I'm over here. All right, shut the fuck up, stop swinging off his nuts.
I think I blocked him on the comments or something.
I don't block nobody.
Days ago.
You know,
no, I think I did, but maybe if you know how to make it back so he could come back.
I don't know how to make it back. So.
Oh shit! I just like I was.
Yeah, I don't have a clue, you know. But anyway, it's all good. They'll slither their way over here somehow.
They got to slime back on like another new account, because like once you blow it on one, then you got to make up another. You got to make another fake MK Ultra identity to about whatever into.
Right. So yeah, man, it's just, you know, I'm just up here. I was gonna talk about is the government fucking evil. But then this actually complements the title, because guess what? We do this shit to ourselves. We're in this situation because this very thing. Motherfuckers can't come together. Imagine if we all came together. You know, it doesn't even make sense. Like we're all they're making a clown fucking show. You got Brian. What if we all came together? No one's gonna be mad that you came together. They're gonna, oh shit, Brian's on it. And then you'll see how quick the fucking fan club. You'll see that it's just a fan club, because all it is the people watching that are keeping them from, you know, doing anything. Because most of the people that watch would like, yeah, you know what, you should come together, you know, but they get caught up into their, you know, their idolization of Paul and then Brian, and then, you know, it is what it is, man. You know, so
Yeah, it'd be nice if like Brian could contact me privately and just talk or say something, because I felt like that came from him, sort of, with those other guys and the way they set it up and weaseled and all that. Like, I think they owe me like just at least an
But you
acknowledgement
know
of
he's not.
it.
I mean, you gotta,
Just that- no,
you know
I think
damn
he
well.
will. I think he will because he texted me on Twitter. He said he did acknowledge something I told him on Twitter.
Uh,
So, but I
I
don't know.
mean,
It's not a big deal. I just think that those types of people, they should really try to acknowledge other people as human beings.
look, I don't even give a. For me, I don't care if I'm acknowledged. I don't give a fuck about that. I just was like people to come together. I don't need to be
Right,
acknowledged. I just want people
right.
to come together because
Well, that's a
there's
good
people
first
that
step
watch.
to
There's people that
acknowledge the other
watch.
people.
Right. There's people that watch all of us. We're all connected any fucking way. I don't know why everybody thinks we're not. You know, these God figures on their channels, they think we're not connected. But just come together on a common fucking mindset of you don't got no one's telling you to come fucking do gematria. Nobody's telling you to do that. We're just telling you to come the fuck together. Nobody's telling you to, and this other thing, he's like, oh, handing out flyers and then coming together, whatever the fuck they
If
got
you
going on.
if you
It's
don't
like,
agree, that's even more reason almost to come
right.
together
So
to try to
right.
squash it.
You have your own message. That's your own message. But we all know it's fucked up. We all know where we're headed. But yet nobody has the fucking common sense to say, you know what, we do need to come together because this shit is cataclysmic coming super fast. Or is it just, I'm just gonna sit and wait and pretend that I want to do something and stand up and even though I'm ducked off back here in the woods and that's where I want to be. Some people are like that. Then why sit on here all
I'm
day?
I'm only half like that. I want the best of both worlds. Like you could have that and go to the city once in a while, you know? I don't see
Yeah,
why it's like gotta be all, oh, this half and that half and fuck you and fuck me, and it's
right.
like
I mean,
they're
because
not
if I
they
ever
should
duck off,
think before they speak and do all that. Like they didn't need to do any of that stuff. It was
right,
totally unnecessary. Like we have an agenda that we're facing and we're all really good at sharing information. So it's like just be more attuned to like doing the good part of doing that and not like turning it into some mockery festival.
yeah, yeah,
I didn't appreciate that mockery, like how they were just slandering and mocking and saying, oh, it's like calling it by all these just
yeah. Let me read one more for these God-loving people. Proverbs. Wait, hold on. Where the fuck did it go? Hold on. Damn, I just lost it. Oh, right here. Proverbs 14:13. Because these people always want to use the fucking Bible, always want to do this. So even laughter, the heart may ache, and the end of joy may be grief. The backslider in heart will be filled with the fruits of his ways, and the good man will be filled with the fruits of his ways. So this is what this motherfucker is doing back here. This. Oh, hold on. Let me add to the stream. This is what this dude is doing back here. You know, he is going. He is being a fool because he's actually hurt, man. The dude is actually hurt. This is what solidifies his being. So that's why he's making it a clown show. This is why he's been
that's
talking
got to
about
be
tax.
what it is. Like only somebody that had some issue would be doing that, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
So it is what it was. Good, Zach. You back?
The phone overheated.
Oh, you had one of those. Yeah, I get those. It's nighttime here, so
Yeah.
yeah,
It's actually a hot day out here.
yeah. But
Not used to being hot this time of year.
What's good, Zach? Good day to you.
What's up, Cuts?
So yeah, I just been going to town since you got off on no impact and the Paul is slaved. So that's all I've been doing. Because I've been just at me on I get all these messages and I think they're comments and I go to try to delete them and it leads me to a fucking channel of these motherfuckers talking about us. So, I just had to address it a little bit. So,
Yeah.
no doubt, Angel. So yeah. We were just talking about these fools, but I forgot
I
what
was
we were talking
actually
about.
kind of excited to tell you guys about just I don't know if you guys seen them, the 2 little videos I did recently with just some like weird information of some weird
No,
recent articles.
I didn't see him. I've been busy, so I haven't seen him. You know.
Yeah, I was just kind of stoked about those videos that I just did and just wanted to mention them. And if you look at them closely, all the stuff I put in there, it's like pretty weird. But anyways,
I get a chance to check it out. So what
yeah.
were we talking about? Zach? I forgot.
It
Oh,
was
you
a
got
while
it?
back. I forget too. I mean, we're just talking about the state of affairs. So
Yeah. So yeah, anything you want to add?
well, while the phone was overheated, I missed out on where the latest conversation was.
I was just talking about the fucking troll heaven.
Yeah. It's too bad we seemingly do not know how to cooperate as a people.
Yeah.
There's so many
is.
people in the truth community, man. I mean, there's a lot of people that could rally and have a big impact together. So I guess it's like people forgot about the word synergy. I mean, it's a real thing. So
Yeah, I still can't wrap my mind around just people don't want to do shit, man. And it's headed to it's headed to hell fast.
it's heading to what's it called? Meta.
Yeah. And people are
Yeah.
playing right into it, you know. Stay on the fucking internet. You know, I don't know. It's just comfortable for people to escape, I guess, you know. And just they feel their void by getting on and talking. That's how they fill that void. Because when you're
Well,
angry,
I think all of us have similar experiences too. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've said to myself in my life, I'm never helping anybody out again, because it's like you help out people and then just more problems even come.
yeah.
But I think a lot of people, they do say that, and then they actually just don't help out anyone again, and they don't care about anyone else, and it's all about them. And it's just like what we are. We're like a broken society. And
Yeah.
but it doesn't have to be that way. I mean, we're going out there and doing a good job of demonstrating what it can look like when people come together, and how nice it is, and the instant connections. And
Yeah. All walks of life, all races, all backgrounds, all over the country. I mean, technically all over from the world, but a lot of people can't make it. I mean, there's people in the UK.
That girl who came out was from Israel. That girl who came out.
Oh yeah. I forgot about her. She's from Israel. You know, you got people from Australia, shit, all over the place, man. You know, and I don't know, man. It is frustrating because, you know, you would think that people would want to, you know, they talk about change, but man, when it comes down to saying, okay, look, whatever's going on, what do you think about actually doing something? Then you get crickets and you get bashed and trashed, and you know, it's like everybody talks until it's time to come do it. You know, just like OKC, and I knew it. All the people, you know, a lot of people are like, yeah, come by. And then as it got closer, it kind of like the fear starts setting in, you know. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man.
People are afraid, man. Fear's a real thing. And I mean, the reality is too, when you put yourself out here, people will start messing with you. It's just like one of the people who came out in Cleveland, and he also came out in New York City, he was carrying the sign around everywhere that said COVID-19, 19 years after 19 hijackers.
Military guy, right? Military guy?
I think he's former military, but he's got someone in his life who got a hold of my email address, and they've been spamming me with emails that he's secretly just trying to get close because he's a dangerous person and he's going to hurt people and he has plans to kill me. And then they're like sending me a social security number and all this stuff. I'm just deleting the emails.
Wow.
But it's just, I mean, that's part of the reason people don't come out. They just know that if you put yourself out there, then some more grief might come into your life. But again, for all the people that are afraid, it's like, again, I've been messed with and tormented the whole time, but nobody's actually done anything to me physically. It's like people are just always trying to scare you.
Right.
And it's like, if you can just get over the harassment and the trolling and just that's what people have to do. I mean, we can't just keep being cowards, but I just be real, people. I mean, there's annoying stuff about putting yourself out there that can happen. And if that Steven guy's out there, man, reach out to me because I'll let you know who's sending the emails. And I don't think I think the person is trying to mess with him, but
Right.
I can't imagine that guy's a threat. He was super cool. He was super cool in Cleveland and in New York.
Right, yeah.
And but yeah, it is annoying that there's just more people that just want to create problems and I don't know. There is at the same time, like you can focus on the good things. There is a good group of us who are here who do come out. It's just we got to figure out how to make our numbers a lot bigger, and that's what I'm scratching my head about. How is it done? So
yeah, man. I mean, I guess the slow crawl. You know, I mean, we want things to be faster, but you got to take it for what it is and just embrace that and don't let it frustrate. You know, just take the good and run with it. That's one thing that I've done in my life is I take the good out of everything bad. So if there was actually good shit, just run with the good. Fuck all the bad shit and focus on the good and then what's next to come and fuck the past, you know. And I think you'd be shocked, you know. Never know. That's one of the strategies, man. I think going forward is just to say, you know what, fuck the past. Let's just do it. Who cares? We don't set a number on it. And you know, that was my mindset. I just said, look, I shoot low, and if anything extra, it's good to me, you know, because I know what it's like to be in a group moving and to see that many amount of people moving was definitely something powerful, you know. Because we weren't
indeed we made a lot of people who weren't part of that group stop and listen.
Yeah.
I think next time we do it, maybe that's the thing, have the starting point and then like a planned path, because it seems effective to be walking through the city and just catching people off guard.
Definitely. That's definitely it. Is wait, hold on one second. KUTS, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right,
I'm just listening.
I gotta take a minute. So you and Zach, you want to take over for a minute? I gotta do something real quick.
Sure. KUTS, where did you travel from to go all the way out to New York?
I'm from California.
Okay, I was looking at the trees in your video, and I was thinking those look like West Coast trees to me. So.
Yeah, I'm like by the Tahoe area.
Okay, yeah, you had a big commute too. Did you fly out there?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's you for going all that way. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think it was really awesome. Get together. It was pretty.
It was
pretty on point for not being 100% like, you know, organized. Whatever. Like for me at least, it was kind of more of a last minute thing, and yeah, it was really like eye opening, really, and to meet everyone was pretty huge. Because you know, you just hear everybody for so long, and then just being there was a whole different thing.
It is. It's good to be in the flesh. So, yeah, the digital world is not the real thing. So,
right.
Well, what do you think should be the next get together?
You know, personally, the idea of the big tech in the Bay Area was like really something that I felt like for me personally, I would be like 100% down with, because just from my own experience on these platforms, like, and how they took my original channel, like I feel like I have an actual issue to address with them.
Indeed, a lot of people do. That's why I'm surprised that it's even been crickets from the truth community on that idea. I've been putting that one out there all year. Let's assemble and let our voices be heard and show these young people that work in these companies who are doing all the censoring what the people who are getting censored look like.
Exactly. And exactly what it is. Exactly. Like for example, my issue with them, with YouTube specifically, is just taking my channel for, like, I want to go out there out front of their building with y'all and everybody get a turn. Whatever you got censored for, light them up with that on the bullhorn right out front of their building. Like, I want to read the thing the article that they took my channel for right out front of their place.
All right, I'm back.
Indeed. Indeed.
You know what I mean? Like, here you go. Now you can have it. You want it. You took it. You already got it. You wanted it again. There's it again. And then what? They're gonna zap the 100 more streams.
Yeah.
You know?
It'd be amazing to see how many pieces of content get censored a day on Google that have no business being censored.
Right. Or if it's like just because of your, maybe they would have let you do the content, but you had one altered opinion about it or something.
I was checking out RPM Trey's stream today or this morning, right? And he got a video taken down because he was doing his thing with the Hugger AR, and then a 10-year-old came up and a 14-year-old came up to him and was talking to him, and they already knew that one of them already had a gun or something, and they was like, you know, they knew about the guns, they had them legally and stuff, and they were talking about it. This is what he was saying. And I got to check out the other videos. He did some follow-up ones since then, but I haven't had time to check them out earlier today. But he said that he got his video taken down because he was talking to the kids about, you know, the firearms and educating them and stuff. Didn't say anything bad, didn't do anything, but you know, that hugging AR is not in the norm. They don't like that shit, you know. So
Right.
You got people, kids, and the kids' parents sent them over there to go talk to him, you know. So I guess it was a good stream. I didn't even catch it, but he was talking about it this morning.
Those are their favorite ones to delete.
Yeah. So yeah, it's crazy. Hold on one second. My damn son's calling me. But yeah, man. I don't know, man. It's just.
Well, while you stepped away, I was asking KUTS what the next gathering is that we should do, and he was saying big tech to call those people out for the censorship, and I've been saying that too, so I'm totally on board with that. But when would be the most appropriate time to do it?
Hold on one second. Hold on.
That's a good question. It's hard to be on point with everything as it goes, as we're going along into this agenda, you know, because they just change everything every day. If you make some plan for some, like, you know, something like that, and then that day or the next day they turn it into some whole other thing you got to go to. Freaking crazy.
Sure. Yeah.
Just keep doing it, though. It's like, definitely we need to be on them, because they are just keep doing this, and what they're doing is creating these situations that gets people caught up, and them and their families, you know, and the whole neighborhoods and cities and whole countries, and you know what I mean? And they keep doing it, like, you know, by the code, apparently.
What was the question again? Where the next place should be?
We were talking about going to big tech.
Where is that at, actually?
Silicon Valley, by the Bay Area.
Oh, well, there's a lot of other things in that area too. So, I mean, shit. It doesn't matter where it's at, you know.
I think that is the right spot, though. The censorship is the biggest problem going on in the world. I mean,
If
that's part of the thing too. We've been so buried. I was like, man, it's been over 5 years now that I've been dealing with the nonstop censorship, and I mean, it was even longer than that. It was already bad before then, but it's just gotten so much worse since 2017.
What if you demand YouTube reparations? Just call it that.
Yeah, well, I mean, seriously, I mean, had they deleted my channel for the first time right before I finished my book, that killed book sales. So yeah, they're having huge financial impacts on people that are trying to
I only say that because I feel personally like some of the videos they took that were on my original channel were like priceless. So I want that back. You know, they should I want a person to come out of their goddamn building and address me as a person.
Right.
After 5 years late, how late are they?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, wouldn't it be nice? Because that's just the thing. The way they censor too, it's just always some vague thing that doesn't explain anything. I mean, your
Right.
video's taken down for medical misinformation. You even talk about anything medical in the video.
Exactly. That shit happens to me all the time, you know. And
That's the new
videos
thing.
that
It's like a sick joke.
right. And videos that
Can we go there and demand like a person, like a personal, actual
no,
representative or something?
no,
'Cause
nobody's
they're just not doing that.
nobody's gonna come out. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe, but no one's. You're not gonna request nobody. They're not gonna come out. It has to be something that's sent to them before that they're willing to come out and talk. You know, with you or shit, invite you in or something like that. But other than that,
Sure.
they wouldn't dare come out.
I mean, even if it's got to be that way, that would be ideal to have it be known and established. Like, we need to have some type of talk with someone about it.
Well, I mean, shit. One way to do it. I mean, I was in the process of suing their ass, and I got some paperwork done, but you know, I got family court bullshit come up and all this other shit. When you're really diving into this legal shit, it takes some time. You know, I understand why lawyers charge, fucking thousands of dollars because it's a lot of fucking work, man. You know, you got to research. You know, these lawyers, they still got to research the new ones, and then it takes a lot of time to write this shit up and go file and move. You got to get information from different motherfuckers, and they'll drag their ass on it. It's a pain in the ass, So,
I mean, yeah, definitely. I just think that before they do the next big
one thing that
thing,
would be a beautiful thing is a lawsuit because they would have to show up to court and solidify why they've done what they've done under their own guidelines. You know what I'm saying? They literally would have to do that because whatever you put on a suit, they have to rebut every single thing on there. They'll send a lawyer. Obviously, it'll cost some money, but that lawyer better come with their actual deep ass policies on how they do this, their algorithms. I mean, I had a lot of shit lined up. Some other computer language that I was coming across when I was researching someone else who sued them before. They got to bring all that shit out, man. And I mean, meanwhile they got, child, they got all kind of shit on there that shouldn't even be on there. So
Right.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I don't know, man, but I think just keep doing what we're doing. Don't get. I mean, that whole New York thing was nothing to be down about. It was it was a good experience. We showed it showed a lot, and hell, it was great.
It was very good. It's just, I already said what my thing is. I thought there would be some other people that would talk about it, that have platforms and say,
yeah,
we need to get involved with this. We need to be part of this next time. So, yeah.
But again, like I said, they get all that fear going, and I don't want to be lumped in and this and that with this and that. Listen, you're an individual fucking being, ain't you? That's what you are. We're not a group. It's not a group. It's not a fucking faction. It's not a organization. You know what I'm saying? We're all different people, So, that's what they're scared of. So.
Well, it's obvious they are scared of it because it's like in Oklahoma City. I mean, there was no reason to take down our streams. They deleted your whole channel. They took down my stream. They just took down everything. It's like, what's the real offense here? Just showing a group of people who have questions coming together and being successful.
Even in New York, took my shit down.
Yeah.
Alone. All right, sorry about that. Fuck.
That's okay.
But yeah. So other than that, man, keep on pressing, and I think someone Sean wanted to chop it up with you. If you can talk, you guys talk, to each other. I wonder if he's still watching. I don't know what's the deal or whatever, but I think sometimes we got to talk to each other and understand or whatever. I don't know. So
well, he can come on if he wants. I mean, it's just. I mean, come on here. Yeah,
Sean, if you're still on here, you could come chop it up. I don't know, if he's still on here, but he said he was 30 minutes behind. And
I saw his comment the other day. He's like, "Oh, it was just an accident, man. I was just too high and I wasn't really paying attention." It's like, okay, well, if that's the case, then don't comment and say anything if you don't know what's going on. That's the problem, man. Everybody just wants to talk and nobody listens. And that's the same thing. That's the same point I'm making about when Will's high on the stream, when whoever's high on the stream. The thing about smoking weed is a lot of times, like, you'll forget things, or when you smoke weed, you tend to get more caught up in your own mind and your own thoughts, and then you're not hearing the people who are discussing around you as well.
yeah,
I mean, those are common things of smoking weed, and yeah, I don't know, man. It's just like at the same time, I can't tell you how many times in my life I've been smoking weed in a group of people and having a conversation, but I just, like, there's a time and a place for it, and it's just like people noticed when I did the stream with Will months ago. He was real attentive and paying attention to everything we were saying, but then he started smoking weed, and then he seemed to be kind of out of it and disengaged, and then he wanted to end the stream real quick, and people just left the comment like, you could tell when he got high, he like lost interest.
yeah, but he's actually working on trying to cut back, and then eventually.
I'm not even trying to judge that, man. I mean, I've been smoking weed nonstop since.
No, but I mean, yeah, he actually is. He told me, he's like, look, man, because I tell him about it, here and there. I said, hey, man, you need to detox from the weed. Some people don't realize. You got to detox from that shit so your body could adjust, man. You know what I mean? Because too much of anything is not good for you.
Well, sure. And when you smoke weed every day, you lose like what's nice about weed. I mean, if you don't smoke for a long time and then you smoke, you'll get like that, like you've never smoked before again effect where you're just like super thoughtful and more creative. And you do it too much, you lose that.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, he did say he's actually, man. That's a good dude, man. He really
No, he is a good person, no doubt about it. So and he's a good speaker, and he's got what it takes. He gets out there and he says what I mean, that's what we need. We need people that'll get out on the street and try to wake some people up and not be afraid to speak. So he's got it.
Yeah. So I don't know if he's still on here. But he was on here. Hold on, damn it. I'm trying to sign in, but yeah. So, but yeah. I mean, anything else you want to talk about, or?
Oh, I don't have any new thoughts on my mind other than what we've already said. So, I mean, if you want to wrap it up, it's all good.
Yeah, no, I got a little drive now, but I'll still be on here for a little while longer.
How many miles do you drive in a day?
Not many. It's just I do the stream when it what happened? Oh. Yeah, not that many miles, I just be in motion, taking care of shit here and there, but I don't know. I don't ever fucking count, but
I see. Yeah, I still haven't made it to Rochester.
Yeah, I mean, you ain't missing nothing. It's a weird as soon as you would come into the city of Rochester, you'd be like, ooh, I feel it. You'd feel it. It's a different kind of beast. Even in New York City, I'm like, yeah, it doesn't even feel like Rochester. But when I came back, I'm like, holy shit. It's like there's some type of energy here, man. I can't put my finger on it, but it's something here, and you can see it every day and feel it.
Can I give you guys a little summary of my last two videos?
I mean, yeah, sure. Should go shoot.
So, one of them is about them bringing back the woolly mammoth, and then I caught one for you, Zach. It's a woolly mammoth.
Wait. What?
It's Jurassic Park.
Bringing back?
Yeah, some Jurassic Parks type shit. Yeah, there's some brand new articles from like a day or so ago that I found, or in the last week, bunch of them. But one of the videos is about that story about the woolly mammoth equals 56. So that was pretty funny. I looked at that. And then but there's a website that the company that's doing it is called Colossal Laboratory. So if you guys look that up and then look at some of the language on their website, it's just ridiculous.
Oh.
Well, you'll see what I'm talking about if you look at it. And then the other video I made is about something called Illumina Nova Seq X, which is a brand new genomic sequencer that they're saying sequences your whole entire genome in like for $200, which is down from like $10,000. But I did the gematria on that, and it matches COVID test. The name of that sequencer matches COVID test, and in my opinion, it's a big part of the agenda as far as all of the like synthetic drugs and all the stuff they're going to do again in the future. And then the fact that it matched that in gematria, I was like, wow, this really is some freaking thing that's part of their nightmare agenda.
I will check out your videos.
Yeah, I did a video about it, and it was interesting to me, and there's a ton of research still for me to do, you know, on all that whole realm of topic or whatever, but I'm doing all that. That's kind of what I do.
Yeah.
But I've been putting in the gematria has been actually really useful in doing my research. So
that's what's up.
I'll try to keep on point with all that stuff.
KUTS, how old are you?
I'm like 39.
Oh, we're about the same age. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know you was that old. Thought you were a lot younger than that.
Yeah, I'm a little old, getting halfway. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, man.
But I wanted to come on and just give a shout out to all y'all and be in a little more positive spirit. I did get a little bummed with that stupid energy flux that went through, but whatever, it's all good, you know. Everybody does good, so there's gotta be some way to.
It's a part of this, so
we just keep going and let it be known. It's all love, you know.
Yeah.
That's just annoying, but hopefully more positive, like people would. Hopefully, it would cause that effect of just people finding.
Well, guys like that fade away. They get, they don't have content. They got to keep doing that. You know, it dwindles, it fades away, you know, because, a lot of that is auditing shit. Auditing gets a lot of followers and a lot of views. So if you're not auditing and you're an auditor, it's like Will, he falls under that category. Like he'll do his audits and the videos will get a lot of views. But yeah, he does real shit and interview shit, goes deep into some shit with people, doesn't get any because his people come there for the dopamine hit of the I hate cop movement, and I get off by watching other people stand up to the cops, you know. So I mean, so that damn the slaved the Paul slaved guy, he'll fade away because he's not doing that, you know. That's just what it is. This is why Brian, no impact. This is what he does. He got into the cop watch shit because he don't even fucking cop watch, but he does it because it makes views and likes and clicks. So that's why he does it, you know. I mean, he's not out there filming no fucking cops. That isn't a hypocrite. I don't know what else to tell you. So, but yeah, enough of these guys. But
what we do need are some people to come out of the woodwork that can help also get a following and just generate more of this momentum for what we're trying to achieve. Get people to stand up for their rights and liberties. Again, if everybody stopped complying with the tyranny would be done for.
Exactly. You know.
Yeah, that's what I mean. All these people who say the right things but then don't do anything. It's like, do they not think things are going to get even worse in our lifetime? Are they really content where they are right now? I mean,
that's one thing I never understood about this internet shit. I'm like, man, everybody talks about it, but I don't see anything. Yeah, I've had that problem for years, you know, like that's what I used to see. And it's like, man, I got to dust off some of the old files and upload the videos when I was actually doing that shit, years ago. And it's crazy to see the subscriber counts of people on there. I think this video was back in like 2013. Like it's crazy, and to see how many people aren't here no more. That's even more crazy. There's a lot
of people who've just stopped.
Yeah.
That's what they want us to do. That's what they try to do, man. They're trying to burn us all out. So. Yeah.
But shit, I'm like a cockroach, I come back, keep crawling out of the cupboards,
You want to be one of those Mexican cockroaches with a super shell.
Right. So, yeah, man. But, what's good, Kent? I don't know where, went, but yeah, man, I like to do more of these personal talks about things. I think it really breaks, it breaks down a lot of the facade, so people can see, hey, man, bring your ass up here, you talk, talk like, so that's why I went to do more, hey, anybody want to come talk? Yeah, let's talk.
But there's not a lot of people who do. It's just like I found that out when I started doing that Sunday show. I mean, there's people who will come on, but it's the same people every week, and that's not that many people.
Yeah, it's the same people. And I get it. It is fear because I'll be honest, I'm in a certain energy to make a video. I just can't turn the camera on and just go in. It's like, I don't know. I don't have that yet. You turn the camera on, boom. It's like I can't. I wind down at night. I'm like, man, I want to, but it's like, I don't got the energy. So
yeah, I pretty much only turn the camera on if there's something to talk about, and usually there is. But I can't tell you how many nights where I told Sweet Lady I was about to be right there, and then the news broke, and then I'm up streaming and decoding for the next 3 hours. Man, it's just.
Hey, I meant to do a video last night or today. I might still do it about that. I'm gonna put that Colossal Laboratories on a video real quick. It's so hilarious what they got on there. Oh my god. It says the de-evolution company, they're gonna bring back these mammoths to fix the climate change and all this stuff.
Really? Yeah, I mean, I think the farther we move along with this technology, we're just de-evolving from being human.
It just, I can't believe the things that, I mean, did you guys see Joe Biden the other day telling people that they needed to get vaccinated because of the hurricane?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
It's just like, come on, man. Like, how can words like this even be coming from anybody? And this is supposed to be the leader of the nation? I mean, come on, man.
Oh, right. Yeah, that reminds me, the part of the article is about Biden. He did an executive order on 9/12, the day after 9/11. They signed this executive order for biotechnology and bioeconomy, and it's like hella crazy. It's going to allow them to do the whole next phase of all the psychopathy that they're trying to do regarding that aspect of the agenda, I suppose.
Well, shit, now they changed own nothing and be happy to own nothing and have everything. I couldn't believe that shit. By selling services and, you can do whatever you want. You could be as equal as, as long as you, you don't have anything, that's the worst. That's even worse,
Yeah, it'll be the cheat code for Meta. You can have all the digit. I mean, if for anyone who didn't watch that Meta thing when Mark Zuckerberg did that, and he did it on Bill Gates' birthday, I keep talking about those guys are the same type of thing, these frontmen for these things. But when he gave that tour of Meta and what it'll be by 2030, it's also the same year. Just about how you won't even have to get dressed in the morning. You can just pay for your latest digital outfit for your avatar. It's just.
You guys look up your rights in the metaverse. Like, I found a bunch of articles talking about this, or you're going to have they have like new rights for people into VR and stuff. And one of them was all on the UN website. It was like metaverse in the new age, digital rights, and what's your right in the metaverse.
Well, I remember years ago when I heard Facebook bought Oculus, I said, holy shit, these motherfuckers are about to do it. It came to me. I remember making the videos talking about exactly what they wanted to do because people are already addicted to the shit. I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna fucking make everybody. They're gonna be able to beam a person and beam people into like a mountain setting or the moon or Mars, and it's gonna feel like you're fucking there with them, and they're not even gonna leave the house. You know,
You just see it. I was in this little town that I'm moving to, and I drove past the high school today, and I think it was like break time because there were a bunch of kids outside. But I'm in a little town. I was thinking they might be healthier out here, but God, all the kids were so fat, man. I couldn't believe it.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my God! But they're just primed for this metaverse because I can't imagine that you're this fat as a young person. You have any self-esteem, but hey, just go in the metaverse and now you can look like whatever. So.
Right. Exactly. And I see that
it's amazing how fat kids have gotten, man. I mean, there were not that many fat kids when I was growing up.
Yeah, yeah. I see it every goddamn day, man. You know, every day I see
crazy.
It is insane, man. You know, and then having a woman from, you know, Taiwan, and she just can't believe her goddamn eyes. Everywhere we go, it's like, she said, everybody's fat. You know, like, wow, you know. And when she first, you know, she's like, wow, sweet. Like, she'll say, shit's sweet. And I'm like, hey, it's sweet. And like, yeah, it is a little sweet. You know, it's like, yeah. It's when people come from a different country, you know, I feel the culture shock because I look at where they come from and how they don't have diabetes. They don't have heart disease. They don't have Alzheimer's. They don't have shit like this. Like they never heard of dialysis.
Exactly.
You know, like what the fuck? Like, you know,
and all these things are just super common here in America at younger and younger ages.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, man, then you learn their food is their medicine. You know, the shit that we used to eat, I mean, and it's like, hey, that's Chinese medicine. I'm like, what? And I look it up, I'm like, holy shit. You know, and it's like, okay, this is why they're so healthy, you know? So, and then I learned a lot about, you know, she doesn't understand GMO foods. We go in the grocery store, she think fruit. I said, no, you can't get the number 3s. You can't get the number 8s. I said 4s, if you can't find number 9s. She didn't know what the hell. She's like, they're all, no. She says, oh my God, America's crazy. Because where she comes from, they don't do that shit. Because it's not commonplace to put the shit in the food. So what is what is. They don't do that, you know. So that's why I do a lot of shopping at the Asian market now. And I'm looking at like, this doesn't say GMO. And then, you know, it's just like, well, the owners, they know people that grow the shit in their yards and stuff. That's just what they do, you know. So I mean, it's just they don't put that all these chemicals in there, you know. I mean, there's Chinese, you know, there's good Chinese food and there's bad Chinese food.
Sure. Well, it's just like Europe. They kept most of the GMOs out of their food too.
Yeah. France, you know, their people are slim. You don't see fat fucking people walking around all day everywhere, you know. So It really is, man. And then, you know, you are what you eat. You know, you eat shit. You know, you notice how you see McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell all over the fucking streets and the ground is because those people toss it right out the fucking window because that's how they think. They're trash, you know. They have a trash mind, so everything around is going to be trash. So,
yeah.
Food definitely plays a role in all this shit.
It plays a huge role.
Yeah, you know. So, I think somebody's coming in. Hold on, who's that? Oh, that's Goblin. All right, we'll see what's up, Goblin. What's good, Goblin? If you're there.
It's good.
Yo, good evening, Goblin. Cool to be on a stream with you finally.
You there?
No sound?
No, we hear you now. You're good. You're good.
Yeah. I'm talking to you guys on my phone, but I gotta watch on the TV because it's not working.
Oh, well.
I had a question for Cuts and 2 questions for Zach.
For sure.
But I gotta watch on the TV because it's not working.
You got to figure out how to turn the TV down.
I had a question for Cuts and 2 questions for Zach.
Yeah. So what are you curious?
Here, before he asks questions, I think his problem is his Bluetooth is probably on, and it's probably connected to something else, so it's like muting the sound on the phone. That's my guess.
Yeah, we got
Whatever it
reverb
is.
somewhere. I'm gonna try to call back in. It's got to be on my end.
Okay. All right. So you definitely can't.
Bluetooth is off.
Yeah, I don't know why he wouldn't hear us.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh shit! I don't know. Lights on. Oh, it must be a cop up there or something. But yeah, yeah. I mean, I go in the grocery store. I'm pretty much down to water and wherever I can find the organic section because they seem to move the motherfucker every time I go in there. Anybody notice that they always move the organic section around?
Well, they don't do it at the grocery store I'm at right now, but they are always moving shit around in stores. I wonder what that's about. It's like, does this help sales? Like, it's confusing to me.
Yeah, I don't know. But they like put the organic section further back in the store, so you got to walk through the store and hope you buy some other shit.
Right. Yeah, that's why they put the bread and the milk in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, let me see. He's coming back in. Let me see. Add stream. Okay.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Oh yeah.
So what I wanted to bring to Cuts' attention is with them bringing back the woolly mammoth and that. I personally think that they're going to bring back the giants too, whether you believe in that or not. I mean, there's evidence that there were giants here. You know what I'm saying? We got giant mushrooms, all that good stuff. But
sure.
I was wondering, you thought,
Go ahead.
You broke up?
Go ahead, Cuts.
Oh, do you want? Yeah, I could answer that. I mean, in my opinion, when they do this agenda, what my kind of premise of my whole Twitter, my main information thread on Twitter is about something called the Earth Biogenome Project, which is a giant genomics eugenics project where they're cataloging every gene, like every total DNA of all the species on the planet, right? So what I kind of think about what you were saying is that, yeah, they would bring back whatever. They could bring back whatever they want, and then they could incorporate it into the metaverse, like in VR, so they could just have like digital zoos of dinosaurs or in the like not real, but it would be that close to real. It would be synthetically perfectly real in the future with all that stuff, regardless if it's a pharaoh or no matter what it is, a dragon, an imaginary creature, a hybrid, a mix, whatever, chimera.
Yeah, I think you're onto something for sure.
They'll make it into like holograms, you know?
Yeah. And Zach.
Yeah.
Real, I don't know. That's Jurassic Park, though. That's funny.
What does transhumanism equal in the calculator, if you happen to know?
I can do it in my head real quick. I don't know off the top of my head, but I can calculate it.
Yeah, I think there's something there. And then the other question I have for you is, what would anybody that comes out of the woodworks, what good would that do?
You mean to come out and start putting out more information and content?
We're everywhere, bro. I mean, some people just don't like to show their faces, and that's the whole thing. A lot of these...
You just need more people speaking up, man.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, because Goblin, this is the first time I've ever heard you, so yeah, I get it. All right.
It's just like, I just feel like if more people are going out in their own community and making a scene and getting information out and making people think about things, I think that's the day the world's going to change, when enough people are doing it. I mean, just imagine if there were 1 million people out on the corner right now in their town putting out the kind of information that we do. I mean, I just think that would change the world. So,
Not even a million. I mean, shit,
It could
100
be a
people.
million though. There's 50 million people in the U.S. A million people know what's up. All million of those people went out and spoke in their community.
Well, we got. Rochester's small, so ain't that many people around here. So that's why I say maybe shit. If a thousand people were to come out, holy shit, this they would shut this city down.
Oh, I'm not just saying in one spot. I'm just saying, just like how I was on the corner, man. If there's a million people doing that in a million different corners, there's a lot of people getting reached.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I mean, think about it. People know homeless people on the corners. There's some YouTube videos where there's homeless people that are fucking famous. Get that. Like, I think there was one in Florida. There was another one in Texas. And these people are like, everybody knows them. So imagine if somebody was out on a corner and, dropping a message to people or in front of a tyranny building or office. Like, I think I'm going to go stand out in front of the fucking, the family court building in Rochester and just, hey, listen, like, what are you going in here for? Because every time I go there, I meet somebody or I see somebody or my voice, just wants to say, hey, man, oh, what are you doing here? Or, hey, why are you here? Oh, man, I got family court. Where are you going? What's the judge? Oh, that's not. And then start breaking it down to them and tell them what the fuck to do so they can go in there and do that shit, And, even the DMV,
Right.
What's up?
You were talking about going back in the archives and looking up some old footage and stuff like that. So what if we could incorporate all, like, between not just you, but, the community, and just snatch a little bit of everybody's and put a documentary together?
Well, you know what? I'm actually building a website, and I already got, it's actually already up. It has Zach's channel. It has Fake Mike Real News, Truth Virus. Who else is on there? My other channels. A couple others. I even have Wise on there. I'm gonna put other channels on there, but I'm gonna have a link to documents. I'm gonna have a link to whatever people are researching. It's just so easy to do. Literally, it's like posting a video on a social media site or posting a post, and I'm gonna do it up to my website. So shit, if people want to come there and realize what the hell I'm talking about, they can get it all there. It actually, you can go to my website, click down channels, and it'll drop down and show all the channels I put on there. And just click it, it'll take it right to their YouTube channels.
That's cool beans right there. The reason why I was asking about a documentary is because we know that the masses, they still watch television and Netflix and all that extra,
Right, but their fucking brain has been squeezed down to Snapchat. It keeps getting shorter. I bet you there's gonna be something that comes out that's called Flash Chat, where they just flash fucking images, and people are gonna be using that shit. It might already be one. I just don't know about it.
I need to make a documentary with all the stuff I have on all about.
Because they're really about, shortening that attention span down. And when you got people watching 30-second clip videos, 15-second clip videos, they're not going to retain shit. All right. They're definitely not retaining anything, because what they're putting out on their messages, they're 3 minutes, 5 minutes long, and then they use their Netflix and they use their television, they use all their sports, and people are watching this shit for hours on end, and that's where they're getting manipulated at. See, that I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to draw it down. So these things they break down the attention span, and then when they move on the Netflix or the movies or the TV shows or the sports and the news, now they got all their attention there. This is why you see the political spectrum in movies, shows, sports, especially. I can't believe how crazy the sports are. And then, the news, obviously. Once they sports is pretty much political now.
Zach done broke the sports down.
I don't watch TV, but goddamn, when I stayed in this one Airbnb, I'm like, let me flick through the fucking TV channels. It was sports after sports after sports. They were talking about Trump, Biden, Brittany Griner, Ukraine. I'm like, what the fuck? Where's the sports at? You got, Shaq and all these other people talking about politics. I'm like, oh my fucking God. No wonder why people are so fucked up, So
ESPN when we were growing up was nothing but highlights over and over.
right.
And these days it's just guys in suits talking about shit.
Yep. I mean, I used to watch it, the 60-second top plays, ESPN, then it was just ESPN, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Are they gonna still love the sports when it gets like highly tyrannical after a bunch of more like FFs, and they put biometrics in everywhere? That's what I want to know.
Then they'll bring the sports to us.
They're gonna transition it into something weird. I think sooner or later.
A-Rod was just talking about what he thinks the future of baseball is. Did you hear what he just said about what he thinks the MLB should do?
Uh-huh.
Well, he's just talking about how like he wants to see it so that there's cameras everywhere. So you're seeing like every inch of what's going on in the dugout, the bullpen. But he said he also wants like the players bringing the camera into their own life, to the drive to the ballpark. What's on their mind,
you know what that's for? Game. That's to sell those services for the VR. So, what they're going to do is like LeBron James and just like you just said, they're going to offer people, you could subscribe to this and be able to be in their life for an hour or whatever the fuck. Follow LeBron James on the VR. He'll have a fucking camera on, and people are going to pay for that shit. Think about it. They're going to pay for that, man. It's all about the experience, they say, with the own nothing, have everything. Long as you could create the experience, you're all in,
That's another thing that you guys were talking about earlier with the smoke. It's one thing to smoke, but if you do it too much, you know what I'm saying? It defeats the purpose, for one. And for two, this is genetically modified. This stuff bears no fruit.
Right.
So we know it's not what it used to be.
Right. They pretty much, that's almost obsolete. People don't know it, but when you actually study it, I don't even smoke, but I went so deep into this shit. Like it was crazy because I was learning about my body and I came across this shit and, all these different drugs, and weed was one of them. And what people think weed was back in the early days is not what is out there. The majority of it, just go ask the Arabs. That shit's all growing in their countries. They'll tell you. You can't find that shit on the street no more. The real 100% naturally grown under the sun and soil and the moon and stars, and you don't get that, It's
same with the food and everything. None of it bears fruit no more.
Yeah. You got to go to where that shit is. You know what I'm saying? And that's why my thing at the end of the day is I do what I do, but I know I don't want to build a garden. I want to move to the fucking garden where it's all at. You know what I mean? So, but I'm all for it.
Yeah, you want to be like in the abundance.
I want to be in the abundance where it's already there growing. You know what I mean? It's got and then they're trying to destroy that shit. I don't know.
That's why I go on about what I go on about so much for this so long, because in my opinion, a big agenda is literally to replace all organic, natural life forms.
Well, I mean, what Bill Gates says, we got to change everything in our
version.
Look what Bill Gates said when he was talking to Anderson Cooper and that restaurant when they were eating a fucking burger, probably was a human being. They said that we need to change everything in this reality. I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
Literally, they want to do that to every single species. Like they would. It's like a Holocaust.
Not even the species
sacrifice.
They want to change every fucking object in this reality. Like this is what Bill Gates actually said to Anderson Cooper. Go back and watch that video when they were eating that restaurant. You know what video I'm talking about, right, Zach?
Yeah.
When he was with Anderson, he said we need to change everything in our reality, even this chair I'm sitting on and the desk and the table that we're sitting at. Like, what kind of psychopathic shit is that? And that don't even dawn on people that men woke up one day and said they had to inject every human being on the fucking earth. If that ain't a red flag, I don't know what else there is. The minute I heard that shit, I'm like, oh, this is a problem. No way no one wakes up. There's something gonna go down. Inject every human being on the fucking planet. That's crazy.
It's like what KUTS was just saying. It's almost like a Holocaust.
Oh yeah, exactly what a genocide.
And the thing is, like, you hear like I'm spiritual, or oh, I'm religious, and they've divided those two, which was the worst divide, because spirituality, that's what and who we are, you know. Religion is a set of rules that we take on, and all the prophecies are being fulfilled.
Yeah.
Example, the Antichrist in the Bible, that's the Messiah of the Muslims. All that's coming to pass right now.
Yeah. Mateo doesn't like when I talk about the gardens. It's all good. It's all good, Mateo. You know my position. You gotta do is look at Florida, look at other places, man. I just want to be where the shit's in abundance. So if they destroy the bitch, I go down a little bit more. There's some more, you know. I mean, it just is what that's what I look at, you know. And I get it, you know. If we build, we might be, but hey, we could just go where it's at, you know. We go where it's all at.
That might be a good location to try to wake up some people right now too, because if they're really down there in the situation that they're presenting, then they're vulnerable right now to listen.
Yeah, but it's kind of, you know, a lot of people lost shit, you know. They're like, I don't want to fucking hear. A lot of them, you know, they got that, you know. It's hard, man. I did think about going down there and you know, helping out. I got some free time this week, but I don't know. You know, it's a lot. That's a lot.
You got a good point.
You know, so. But yeah. So, Zach, you're still in the car. This is like a world record.
Oh, I'm waiting for Sweet Lady.
Yeah. I can't believe it's crazy how it's still light there. I'm watching the moon with the you know, half moon right now, and it's pitch dark here. Been pitch dark for the past hour and a half, but it's still light.
It's because of the position of the flat sun over the flat Earth. So.
Yeah, the you know, so it's crazy, but
indeed. Pretty soon though, it'll be darker. Before long, it'll be dark most of the day up here. So
yeah, I mean the daylight saving time shit is still in the books, and it's still in Congress. They want to pass it, but I'm like, what the fuck are they waiting for? It's like they're waiting for the climate change agenda to pass this shit. Everybody wants it, and they said it's for, you know, kids will be able to exercise more because they'll be out, you know, later. It's for the, you know, the time. It'll be more daylight in the day, you know. But again, it's just. I mean, I would like to where it don't change, because it kind of puts us back on our biological clock. But what are they waiting for? You know,
they've been saying our whole life that time they're going to drop the daylight savings time thing, and just like we're going to get on the metric system. So I'll believe it when I see it. But yeah, it's another thing that messes with us. I mean, when you start switching the clock around, everybody feels off.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember the scripture? What it says? If he didn't speed up time, there would be no flesh left on the earth. It does not matter if you believe in this religion. This is their book, you know?
Oh yeah. It's not what we believe in, it's what they believe in, because they create that reality. You know, so, and I agree that you know, I don't know, but time goes by so goddamn fast now, you know. I mean,
and I did a video the other day about the timeline of AI or something like that. I just mirrored this other video, but in that video, they're talking about when the people go into the virtual reality world, that the time is actually sped up like times 3, or they said you live like 3 days in there, some crazy time in like 3 hours of real time, and then the discrepancy would like really fuck the people up, like somehow, like psychologically. And they said they had all the top psychologists and mental health people like studying all in that for that reason. I don't know. It's just all crazy. It matches that what you just were talking about though.
well, I mean, when you look at the analog clock, right? My kids went to a private school for, you know, like 3 years ago, for like, you know, for years, and it was an older school. They had analog clocks, right? And no matter what they did, every time they set these motherfuckers, all of them in the whole entire school, they'd be off. Like like within a month, they'd be off like an hour or so. You know, and I began to look at that shit. I was like, you know what? Something is up with this. So years ago, I actually looked at it, and there was YouTube videos on people demonstrating that the analog clock moves slower than the digital. You know, I mean, you could call me crazy, but I witnessed this shit for a long time. They were like, oh, the clocks are broke. I'm like, no, something is up with this shit. You know, I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. You know,
It goes
I
back
got
to
an
the
analog
calendar.
clock. I got an analog clock in my in the house I had in Texas. I was like, I want to see this shit. And sure enough, I'd go check the fucking battery, and the battery's good, but the clock, I'd always have to move the clock up. You know? So it makes you wonder, is time actually going faster?
I know that at my house, the microwave can't keep time right. It's always getting slower and slower. I always have to reset things. Like every month, it'll fall like 5 minutes behind. So some digital clocks are definitely off.
Oh shit! It makes you wonder: is the AI controlling the digital clock? You know, I don't know. Something's not right.
Those quantum computers look something serious.
Yeah,
that stuff's above my pay grade. I don't understand all that quantum physics and quantum computers.
It's
yeah.
just constantly moving the data, no storage.
Dude, I just found an article, another one the other day. It was about it's like an IEEE article, and it was about a new type of number, quote unquote. It says they made a new type of number system, a new type of numbers for AI, and they said they made it, and that it advanced the capacity of AI computers like 10,000 times or something crazy like that. And the type of number, it's called posits. I don't understand what it is. I have no idea.
Transformers actually shows us that there is another language, and there's other forms of communication written that computers actually are using that we don't even know about. And I remember years ago, there was this one symbol, if you copied and pasted from the internet to an iPhone, you could shut down people's iPhone. And this shit was like no symbols that are in our phones, in our keyboards. You can still look it up on the internet. But what it used to do is you could text somebody, and when they go to their phone, oh shit, look at all these damn deers. Damn, 1, 2. I'm almost home. It's 3. Holy shit.
5,
4, 5, 6. 6
Huh.
big ass deers. Holy shit.
That's funny.
Damn.
Pack.
Wow. Crazy. So so the you can still look it up. Just look up iPhone code to shut down through text messaging, and look at those symbols and tell me where they come from. You know, that shit, it was a big thing about that years ago. I think it was back in like 2010 or something. But you would text this, copy and paste it. It was all these symbols, and it would shut the iPhone down. It would reset. Like I could text Zach right now, and his phone would shut the fuck off and reset. Yeah, it's crazy. So there is another code out there that I don't know what the hell it is, but they were showing that type of shit in Transformers, because somebody did a video years ago, said, remember the iPhone the disabler? It said, look at Transformers, and they showing us in the Transformer movie. And I actually seen it when I went to Universal Studios in Orlando, and the Transformer exhibit, they had the shit like on the bathrooms. I'm like, this is some type of sick ass code in here, you know? Weird.
Interesting. Yeah.
So, yeah, man. But I'm getting home. I'm hungry. I'm about to eat. So I'm about to head up off here. And
all right.
Appreciate you guys, Zach, coming, hanging, chilling with us. And it's good to see, us, sitting up here chopping it up,
Indeed.
But
all right, man. Well, enjoy your evening and your food.
Yeah,
and
I'll see you. I'll see you later. I'm sure you'll be live or something, or maybe not. I'll be out there.
We'll see. Yeah. All right, man.
All right.
Good rest of your night.
Yep. You too.
All right. Take care, man.
Yep. All right, guys, I'm about to get up off here. I'm about to get up off here. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. And all we got to do is talk. Sean, next time. Yeah, maybe next time. But like I remember what I said earlier in the stream. That's what it is about. Being us, and we can overcome division, adversity, quarrels, disagreements. We got to show the rest that we can, do this type of stuff. That we ain't, just some fucking whatever they want to call it. So, all right, y'all. Peace and love, and talk to y'all later.